Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. I am Nanatufo Boateng. Exactly a week ago today, on the 6th of August 2025, 8 individuals who have committed to serve Mother Ghana left their homes to never return. They embarked on an official assignment for this great nation. They took off from the grounds, from earth, lifted up into the skies, but the skies rejected them and the earth received them. Today, we console their families, we pray with them, we ask for God's own blessings and strength and grace upon them. While we are at it, we ask that we avoid premature conclusions regarding the investigations into the matter. It is unfair to the grieving families to speculate conclusions as to what might have happened mid-air, or before, or even during the crash. And so it's important that we restrain ourselves and wait for the official investigative report that will give us an idea or as to what exactly might have led to the crash. We've seen some media reports on suggesting what could have happened or could have led to this unfortunate crash. However, the Ghana Armed Forces is calling on the media, bloggers, commentators, and other stakeholders to refrain from premature conclusions on what could have caused this crash. While we agree with the Ghana Armed Forces on this, we also ask for some level of communication regarding these investigations, because it's important for people to know and understand what goes into these investigations, and of course to give us an idea of the time period within which to expect a report. For instance, the black box we know cannot be opened by anyone else apart from the manufacturer, and so it will be sent to the manufacturer, or technicians from the manufacturer's outfit will be sent here to help us with these investigations. Clearly, this will take some considerable amount of time, and so there should be communication around the investigations, so at least it eases or ensures some calm within the space, and eases or limits, reduces the communication, the speculation, and of course the commentary around same. But above all, we wish the families peace. We wish them strength, and we ask that the good Lord himself will see them through these trying times. Shalom. Let's tell you about This is Ghana. Ghana is our beloved country, and for this matter, we're looking to promote Ghana, its exports, its potentials, its goods, its services beyond the shores of this country. It's why we've put together the This is Ghana exhibition happening on the 6th and 7th of September 2025 at the Ethereal Sutherland Children's Park here in Accra. We are asking for participants, companies, indigenous local startups, SMEs, corporate bodies, homegrown businesses to join us. But to do so, you'd have to call the number 0205 973 973. Call, register, pay, and secure a spot or a slot to participate or to exhibit at the This is Ghana exhibition. It's designed to help showcase Ghana's export potential, and we are asking all homegrown businesses, all local SMEs, all local startups, all indigenous corporate bodies and innovations to join us and be part of it. It affords you the opportunity, okay, that you won't get elsewhere, to show the rest of the world what you're doing locally, and of course how you're putting the rest of the country on the map, on the international map. So be part of the This is Ghana exhibition happening in September on the 6th and 7th at the Ethereal Sutherland Children's Park. We'd like to see you there. Of course, our exhibitors as well as our patrons, you guys have been amazing over the years, and we trust and believe that you'll do same this year. Now, the This is Ghana exhibition is brought to you by Channel 1 Television with support from 97.3 City FM and proudly sponsored by MTN, Side Hustle, and EcoBank. We say thank you to our sponsors, MTN, Side Hustle, and EcoBank. Now, for the young students in the country, the competition of the year is progressing. I'm talking about the literacy challenge, which has made it to its final stage. That's phase 3. And this is a quiz competition. The top 10 have been announced. And so we are gearing up for the grand finale on the 16th of August, 2025 at the Alisa Hotel at 1 p.m. Now, the grand finale is going to be a quiz competition that will border on a wide range of subjects. And so our final 10 contestants are preparing for that grand finale on Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025 at the Alisa Hotel at 1 p.m. The winner gets to take away the 10,000 Ghana cedis, the Glitzy Trophy, and of course the bragging rights as the most outstanding overall student in the year 2025. And so let's cheer them up, let's come support them, and of course let's wish them well. But for our 10 finalists, we hope you are preparing, and we wish you retentive memory so that when you show up on Saturday, you're able to conquer and of course take away that wonderful, amazing prizes that come with the literacy challenge. The literacy challenge is brought to you by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM, and is proudly sponsored by Bell Moo and GB Assessment. All right, now let's get on to the Google Play Store. All right, go to the Google Play Store where you can download the Channel 1 News app and have the news on your person. And by so I mean have it on your phone, your tablets, or whatever gadget it is that you're using. Download the Channel 1 News app from the Google Play Store, and then you can have access to the news wherever you go. We are updating the news by the minute. Relevant and of course credible news by the minute. And so once you have the app on your phones, it's easy to access same. The Channel 1 News app is quite user friendly and the interface is quite easy to navigate. So go onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel 1 News app. Now let's get into our newspapers for today. The Daily Graphic is what I'm starting with. Helicopter crash. President unveils support fund Friday. Dependents of 8 patriots to benefit. So yesterday, the president was speaking at the Adua, the third day final funeral rites for the late acting deputy national security coordinator Alhaji Limuna Muniru Mohammed here in Accra, mentioned that on Friday during that state funeral for the fallen 8, he will be announcing a support fund for the beneficiaries or dependents of the fallen 8. Good move there, and we support it. All right. Now, other stories on the front page say 9 radio stations shut over regulatory breaches. 9 radio stations shut over regulatory breaches. Then you have Devolution Conference in Kenya. Jospon Group showcases waste management innovations. Devolution Conference in Kenya, Jospon Group showcases waste management innovations. UPSA launches 60th anniversary celebration. UPSA launches 60th anniversary celebration. That's the front page of the Daily Graphic. Now jump to the back page real quick. 1 radiographer to 400,000 people. Radiology Society calls for efforts to train more. 1 radiographer to 400,000 people. Radiology Society calls for efforts to train more. You have WFP partners Gratis Foundation to boost local agricultural equipment production. WFP partners Gratis Foundation to boost local agricultural equipment production. So that's the Daily Graphic newspaper this morning. Let's look at what the Daily Guide is saying. Daily Guide says Christian leaders reject government's prophecy vetting. Christian leaders reject government's prophecy vetting. Then you have helicopter crash. Mahama announces fund for victims children. Helicopter crash. Mahama announces fund for victims' children. Swissport cocaine prime suspect busted. Swissport cocaine prime suspect busted. Will contest Akwatia by-election. And that's according to the NDC. Will contest Akwatia by-election. That's according to the NDC. Then you have RNAQ Foundation donates 500,000 cedis to tackle opioid abuse. RNAQ Foundation donates 500,000 Ghana cedis to tackle opioid abuse. All right. Next we have the Chronicle. The Chronicle says 7 Nigerians grabbed for attempting to acquire Ghana card through fraudulent means. 7 Nigerians grabbed for attempting to acquire Ghana card through fraudulent means. IGP breaks ground for new 60-bed ward at police hospital. IGP breaks ground for new 60-bed ward at police hospital. Then you have Apostle Kwadwo Safo is alive and healthy. That's according to his daughter, Sarah Adjoa Safo. When you go on the back page, you have some sports stories. Yesterday, there was a big one. Ghana Football Association at its ordinary congress, 31st ordinary congress at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram, amended its constitution and approved a third term for its president. And so the story is here. GFA Congress approves 3-term limit for presidency. GFA Congress approves 3-term limit for presidency. Then again, you have GFA invest 9.5 million cedis as merit awards for GPL teams. GFA invest 9.5 million cedis as merit awards for GPL teams. And Newcastle striker Isak still determined to join Liverpool. Newcastle striker Isak still determined to join Liverpool. The scripture for today is taken from the book of Psalms, the chapter number 5, the verse number 6. And it says, you hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. Psalm 5 verse 6. You hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times. Helicopter crash. Victims Ward Support Fund in the offing. Helicopter crash. Victims Ward Support Fund in the offing. Then you have rise above narrow partisan interest. Veep tells APS. Okay, so that's APS is African political parties, and Veep is asking that we rise above partisan interest. That's Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. Bese Manche, Dr. Apak, others pay tribute in memory of victims. Bese Manche, Dr. Apak, and others pay tribute in memory of victims. Then you have Siedu Nketia eulogizes Murtala at Tamale funeral rites. Siedu Nketia eulogizes Murtala at Tamale funeral rites. On the back page, it says, we can reduce oil bill by producing fuel from waste plastics. That's attributed to Professor Dankwa. He's a professor of metallurgical and materials engineering. And he says we can reduce oil bill by producing fuel from waste plastics. And there's a final one that says Malcolm donates 25 medical refrigerators to hospitals. Malcolm donates 25 medical refrigerators to hospitals. So that's it for the Ghanaian Times. Let me bring you the Herald. The Herald this morning says, 2 arrested over threats to kill Mahama. 2 arrested over threats to kill Mahama and behead Lodina. I mean, where do these people get the confidence from? Well, the law is the law. Let's see how the law deals with issues such as this. 2 arrested over threats to kill Mahama and behead Lodina. You don't say this, even if, well, let's leave it for the law. Changes at Ghana School of Law as Yao Pong steps down from directorship. Changes at Ghana School of Law as Yawopon steps down from directorship. Then you have NDC vows to fight Akwatia by-election, challenges NPP's motives. NDC vows to fight Akwatia by-election, challenges NPP motives. And then you have NPA warns against illegal storage and sale of petroleum products. NPA warns against illegal storage and sale of petroleum products. Main suspect in Kotoka cannabis seizure busted at Aflao border. Main suspect in Kotoka cannabis seizure busted at Aflao border. And Bernard Avle's late wife honored with foundation. That's the Herald newspaper. Let's get into the News Center. News Center says, BOG touts gold for oil impact. BOG touts gold for oil impact. Eased pressure on CD, stabilized fuel prices. That's according to Dr. Zachary Mumuni, First Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana. President Mahama announces fund in support of victims' children. President Mahama announces fund in support of victims' children. Ghana Link Services mourns helicopter crash victims. Ghana Link Services mourns helicopter crash victims. Malcolm donates 25 medical fridges to boost healthcare delivery. Malcolm donates 25 medical fridges to boost healthcare delivery. And Justine Senuvi Memorial Foundation donates 100 desk scholarships to Pandu SHS. That's the front page of the News Center newspaper. The custodian is here. Custodian says, BOG shames gold for oil critics. BOG shames gold for oil critics. Education fund for children of chopper crash victims soon. Education fund for children of chopper crash victims soon. NPP organizers pick up Baumia's nomination forms today. NPP organizers pick up Baumia's nomination forms today. U.S. Embassy deepens ties with Prempag. U.S. Embassy deepens ties with Prempag. So that's the front page of the Custodian newspaper. Now let me take you online, and we'll start off with channel1newsonline.com. channel1newsonline.com. GRNMA demands immediate posting of over 1,000 graduates. GRNMA demands immediate posting of over 1,000 graduates. Then you have Wontumi Radio challenges NCA over unwarranted suspension. Wontumi Radio challenges NCA over unwarranted suspension. 2 arrested over alleged threats against Mahama and Lordina. 2 arrested over alleged threats against Mahama and Lordina. I hold only Ghanaian passport. That's Kojo Choi, Ghana's ambassador designate to South Korea. I hold only Ghanaian passport. That's Kojo Choi speaking there. He sat with Umaru Sanda Amadu on the face-to-face program. NPP denies claims of retreat, cites Tamale Central as party's strongest support base. NPP denies claims of retreat, cites Tamale Central as party's strongest support base. Okay. Ghana Air Force holds candlelight vigil for Defense Minister and 3 fallen officers. Ghana Air Force holds candlelight vigil for Defense Minister and 3 fallen officers. Gunmen allegedly abduct Wontumi TV journalist behind false Mahama allegations. Gunmen allegedly abduct Wontumi TV journalist behind false Mahama allegations. Then you have Wontumi TV apologizes for false crash claims against Mahama. Wontumi TV apologizes for false crash claims against Mahama. GFA Congress approves 3-term limit for president and EXCO. GFA Congress approves 3-term limit for president and EXCO. Then you have funerals banned for Asante Hima's 1-week observance on August 21. That's according to Menshia. Funerals banned for Asante Hima's 1-week observance on August 21. NCA suspends 3 Wontumi stations and 6 others. NCA suspends 3 Wontumi stations and 6 others. And you have Ghana Railway suspends Accra Tema shuttle over technical hitches. Ghana Railway suspends Accra Tema shuttle over technical hitches. Let's go to citynewsroom.com. Well, if you go to channel1newsonline.com, you see a video of Kojo Choi speaking Chi. But on citynewsroom.com, you have avoid premature conclusions. GAF cautions media on helicopter crash. Avoid premature conclusions. GAF, that's the Ghana Armed Forces, cautions media on helicopter crash. Then you have NPA warns of closure and a decommissioning of unlicensed fuel stations. NPA warns of closure and decommissioning of unlicensed fuel stations. Ghana targets $2 billion palm oil import cut with new red gold policy. Ghana targets $2 billion palm oil import cut with new red gold policy. Wontumi Radio denies issuing apology to Mahama over crash comments. Wontumi Radio denies issuing apology to Mahama over crash comments. And you have 2 arrested over viral TikTok video threatening to kill Mahama and First Lady. I don't even know what to make of this story. 2 arrested over viral TikTok video threatening to kill Mahama and First Lady. You are threatening the president of Ghana and his wife. You. Okay. Go and explain yourself. Now that you've been arrested, go and explain yourself. Let's move on to some other stories. I am fully Ghanaian. That's Kojo Choi speaking there. Ghana's ambassador designate to South Korea. I have never been an NDC member. Again, Kojo Choi speaking there. Tamale Central exit not to influence NDC over Akwetia. That's the NPP speaking. Then you have Justice Yaopong to step down as director of Ghana School of Law. Justice Yaopong to step down as director of Ghana School of Law. Mahama visits families of Air Force servicemen killed in helicopter crash. Mahama visits families of Air Force servicemen killed in helicopter crash. And then you have Menshia Palace bans funerals for Asante Hima's 1-week observance. Menshia Palace bans funerals for Asante Hima's 1-week observance. These stories and more on citynewsroom.com, channel1newsonline.com. But like I said, it's easy, it's fast, it's reliable, it's credible. The Channel 1 News app. Go onto the Google Play Store and download it now so that you don't have to wait to listen to the radio or to watch the television all the way and treat you to do same, but you have access to the news on the go. Download the Channel 1 News app from the Google Play Store, and yeah, you can thank me later. All right. Thank you for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back after this break, we'll begin the news review segment.
The grand finale of the Literacy Challenge 2025 is here! Congratulations to our top 10 finalists. But the big question is, Who out of our top 10 wins the ultimate prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis, the Glitzy Trophy, and the bragging rights as the Literacy Challenge winner for 2025? Support your favorite student, support your school, and let's promote literacy in Ghana. Tune in live to Channel 1 TV for the grand finale on Saturday, 16th August 2025. Venue, Alisa Hotel Ridge, Accra. Time, 1 o'clock p.m. Call 0205-973-973 for more details. The Literacy Challenge 2025 is powered by 97.3 City FM, supported by Channel 1 TV, and sponsored by Belmu and GB Assessment.
Looking for a one-stop shopping destination for all things made in Ghana? Eager to experience a remarkable fair that showcases the richness, creativity, and innovation behind Ghanaian products and services? Then get ready for the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. The This is Ghana Exhibition highlights the brilliance of Ghanaian entrepreneurs, artisans, and businesses who continue to shape the narrative of homegrown excellence. This is Ghana's biggest trade fair and exhibition, bringing together SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing sectors, indigenous corporate bodies, and local creatives in one exciting space. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. Come explore, engage, and be inspired by the businesses and brands that are redefining made in Ghana across every sector. The dates, Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. Time is 10 a.m. through to 5 p.m. each day. The venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. For enquiries or participation details, call us on 0205-973-973. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, EcoBank, and Side Hassle from EK Brand Consult.
August 17th, history, tradition, heritage, and football collide in the heart of Accra. Get ready for the 2025 Bese Manche Homo Peace Charity Cup live at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's defending champions Accra Tabok against the fearless challengers Thunder Top Lions. It's Sunday afternoon football like never before. Kickoff time 5 p.m. This isn't just a match, it's a celebration of culture, a call for peace, and a commitment to youth development and unity. Book your seat now. Dial *713*33*44# to secure your ticket instantly. You can also grab your tickets at the gates on the match day. Ticket prices: Gamashi Special 5 cedis, Popular Stand 10 cedis, Center Line 20 cedis, VIP 100 cedis, VVIP 200 cedis. Let's fill the Accra Sports Stadium. Let's celebrate Ghana. Expect football, expect music, expect culture. Be part of the magic this 17th August at the Accra Sports Stadium. Powered by One World Sports Management. Produced by IMAX Media, Max TV, and this game will also be live on GH1 TV and Channel 1 TV. The Bese Manche Homo Peace Charity Cup Match 2025, where football meets tradition. The Homo Charity Cup Match is in partnership with the NYA. Igniting potential, inspiring change. Sponsors: Stanbic Bank. Media partners.
Hello there. Thank you for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We continue to mourn with the families of the deceased. We continue to commiserate with the president, and we continue to pray for strength for all affected persons in this tragic event. Today is exactly 1 week. On August 6th, we came upon the news, the unfortunate news of the passing of 8 Ghanaians who set out on duty for this nation. And unfortunately, we lost them in that tragic helicopter crash. Dr. Edward Omane Boama, Minister for Defense, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, Minister for the Environment, Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, Dr. Samuel Sapong, Vice Chairman for the NDC, Mr. Samuel Abuaje, a parliamentary candidate for the NDC in Obuasi East and until recently a Deputy NADMO Director, Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala with the Ghana Armed Forces, Flying Officer Chum Ampedu with the Ghana Armed Forces, Sergeant Ernest Adomensa also with the Ghana Armed Forces. May the Lord keep your souls in his bosom and may you continue to rest in eternal peace. Now, following their passing, a number of things have happened. Samples of their remains have been sent to South Africa for DNA testing to help with identification due to, unfortunately, the painful nature in which they died. Same samples have been returned, and so they've been identified. 2 have been laid to rest according to Islamic rites, the 2 being Dr. Murtala Mohammed and Alhaji Limuna Muniru Mohammed. Now, the 3rd day rites for the 2 were held yesterday. That's the Adwa. And speaking at the Adwa for Alhaji Limuna here in Accra at Adenta, the President, John Dramani Mahama, announced that a support fund for the dependents or beneficiaries of the victims will be officially communicated during that state funeral for the rest of the victims on Friday. This morning we want to look at it and have a conversation on this. Joining me, Dennis Miracles Abuaje, aide to Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, is here. Dennis, good morning.
Hello.
Quite a bitter pill to swallow, heavy on our hearts.
We're here last week. I think we finished the program.
We finished the program, yes.
And then I went up to the mountains. So I was in the constituency. I just started seeing the messages. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
To date, I haven't been able to find words to express these things. Nobody deserves to die in this manner.
Not at all. Not even your worst.
Nobody, no human being should leave the world in this manner. And for me, I don't know. May the Lord just keep them.
Yeah.
God knows best. These things, if we don't take care, we'll be labor it. But God knows best. I always say that the only thing none of us are very sure of is what happens after death.
Yeah.
That's the only thing none of us are very sure of. And so, for they are probably looking at us and are begging us not to cry because they are better off. Because we never know. We, in our very feeble minds, think that all the rest is what we have on earth. But you may never know. You may never know. And people like that, maybe God is just taking them to a better place for very good reasons. Sometimes also you die so you are prevented from going through certain things that may even make it more difficult for you on earth. I can imagine the last moments before whatever happened to the aircraft happened. I can imagine what they would have gone through.
Yeah.
Knowing that you told your family that you're going to work and you'll be back soon. Like we're here. Hamza and I were here that morning.
Yeah, indeed.
And we all left home saying that, I'm going to city. Even as a city, I've made appointments. I have people meeting me from here. I've given one 9:30. I've told one that, by 10:30 I would have left here and I'll meet you there. And the person will be there waiting for you. I know how this government business works. Even when Omanibu Ama and Mutala were living, I can assure you that they've told people that I'm going to Obuasi by 3 p.m. I should be back. So you can come and wait for me. And I'm sure there are people who have prepared themselves and either we're at the ministry waiting or we're on their way to the ministry. And then you get this message. You don't have the chance to tell your loved ones, even your enemies, that you are sorry. And then you see death coming. For those who travel a lot, whatever it is before an aircraft goes down, even if it's a split 30 seconds, you will know. And you will see it coming. And knowing that it is coming and there's nothing I can do about it, I can imagine the screams.
Yeah.
I can imagine what they were telling each other. I can imagine how men may at that point be acting, if you're watching it in the movie, like cowards. Some looking for places to hide.
Yeah.
Can imagine how these very gallant men were probably wailing and crying. And then boom, you are gone. You don't get to tell people anything. You don't get to place anything anywhere. You've left children. You've left wives who, through no fault of theirs, decided to join their lives with you, and they are devastated. And they don't know where to turn to. And here we are. After 1 week, 2 weeks, by the end of 1 month, everybody has forgotten about you. I'm telling you. When was the last time you heard anybody speak of Enescumi? But he's still in the morgue.
Yeah.
He's not even buried though.
Yeah.
He's in the morgue as we speak. I am coming from Agutia. That's why I drove straight here. Go and see. There's campaign. People are holding posters. There is rigorous campaigning going on in Agutia. He's still in the morgue. He's still there, but there's campaign as we speak. I am sure there are people within the NDC who are already talking to godfathers for the positions of these men to be given to them. You can't fault them.
Yeah.
There is true no fault of theirs. Like, we are still alive.
Yeah.
Life must still go on. But the pain. I mean, I went back to read from Murtala Muhammad and Omanebo Ahmed's war. And I remember them. Like, we used to meet every time, like days we're bantering on social media, mainstream media. We're meeting on the ground. Like, these are people who have dedicated their life, 8 years of their lives. 8 years of their lives hoping for a day like this. 8 years. I mean, why? Why should anybody at the age of 42 be made defense minister?
Let me quickly say good morning to Hamza and welcome him to the show.
Thank you. Be made defense minister. Like, that is the pride of every young politician.
Yeah.
Like, defense minister in this country, you barely have that opportunity. It's not given to, and then when you are going to be the shining light for all of us young people, you leave. No, it's a very difficult situation. If you don't take care, at some point, you'd even ask yourself, what we are even living for? And that's why, for me, I keep saying that let's banter, let's fight, let's argue, let's debate, but let's never personalize it and make it toxic, because you never know. All the things we are discussing and fighting over, you are not even sure whether you will be there when it is due. You are never sure. I mean, Omanebo Ahmad was at the fore of the fight of the NDC to come back to power.
Yeah, he was director of elections.
Look at him. He was there, right there. Murtala Muhammad. Every morning, 6 a.m., by the time we get to TV3, not TV3, they start their show, yes, I think almost around the same time. So you wake up early, and you have to do this every day for 8 years. When you wake up, all you are doing is trying to bring your party to power, only for your party to come to power. And you don't get to even see 1 year. The government is not even fully formed.
Yeah.
No, this is difficult.
It's really difficult.
This is extremely devastating. And my prayer is that this never happens to anybody. Let's all live to the age where your bones are weak, your body is weak, you are going to the hospital every day, then you die. For me, we would understand.
Yeah.
But for you to just wake up, it makes it so scary. Like, as a city here, when you are even moving, you don't know what's next. So it makes it so scary.
Yeah.
May their souls rest in perfect peace.
Amen. Hamza, let me come to you on this. Honestly, I've been doing this. I actually broke the news last Wednesday when it happened, but I still don't even know where to start from when I have to raise a conversation about it, because a part of me still doesn't want to believe it. It's shattering, and I cannot even shudder the thought of the position of the president at this moment. Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, 3 of his servicemen lost their lives in this unfortunate incident. He's president, but was brought into power on the ticket of the NDC. His vice chair was part of it. To appoint someone defense minister, it's clear the relationship you must have with the person. Deputy National Security Coordinator, Laji Limuna, we know the relationship with the president. Murtala Mohammed, even Samuel Abuaji. I don't know. I don't want to picture what position the president is in now. But from within your circles, how are you dealing with this great loss that we have suffered as a nation?
Well, good morning to you, Nana, and of course my brother, Miracles. Then our cherished viewers out there. There's always a tendency to forget about your production team, so good morning to them as well, and the work they are doing for your station, and of course Mother Ghana. Nana, like Dennis indicated, it is a difficult period, not just for the National Democratic Congress, but also the entire Republic.
Yeah.
And I must commend certain leading members of the New Patriotic Party in particular, including His Excellency former President John Kufuor, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and of course the immediate past Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who did the most honorable thing by reaching out to His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama in this difficult time to support the healing process, and of course also discussing about possibilities of toning down the toxic nature of our engagements, especially when it comes to our politics. And so in as much as it is difficult, it is also a period of reflection for all of us engaged in this business of politics. I know that when it comes to the way we all conduct ourselves, we are not without blame, irrespective of the political party you belong to. But this is a timely reminder that what matters most is the service we render this country. And we can do that in all humility. We can do that with maximum respect for each other. It is just the contest of ideas. It is not a contest of blows, and how acidic one can be when it comes to our commentary on political happenings in the country. But the very concern you expressed in your question about the state the president is likely to be in now, I also raised the same question, I think a week ago when it happened. But it is not just the president. Most importantly, it is the families of these gallant soldiers. You see, for the presidency, this is difficult, undoubtedly, for His Excellency President Mahama. But in truth, on a daily basis, because of the position that he occupies, even after the funeral, the fact that he is engaged in work, there's a tendency for him to quickly rise and get over the pain. Because on a daily basis, he will get to interact with people as President of the Republic of Ghana. But the families, we appear to be there for them now because it has just happened. What's the guarantee that a week or two from now, we will still be available to give them the needed support? And that is the most difficult period. I have had the unfortunate reality of losing two parents, my dad and my mom. And I can tell you that the kind of emotional support we got when the news broke made it even difficult for us to shed a tear. Because you felt loved. The community was there to help in the case of both parents. But immediately after the final adua was done and everybody moved on, it was the time it started dawning on the family that indeed this is a loss we have to bear alone. You go to bed in the night, you can't sleep. You feel dejected. So for me, that is my worry. How can we rally around these families? If for nothing at all, we cannot be around them 24/7. But is there a way we can position ourselves to ensure that they do not suffer in this life? Because I'm sure that each of these guys had plans for their families.
Yeah.
And it is on the basis of that I am excited about the decision to establish a fund, though I have certain contributions as to how we can man that effectively and not make it a political football. And if the authorities are listening, I think that this is something they should take a cue from and possibly fuse into the whole idea of setting up a fund, because I feel strongly that there are existing institutions that we should use to establish that fund. And for example, the Ghana Education Trust Fund. Because what will be topmost on the minds of these families is how to see the words of these gallant soldiers through education.
Yes.
So there's nothing that prevents us from setting up the fund, because we would want to receive donations from well-meaning Ghanaians, but we must not create a parallel structure. I think that my suggestion is for us to do that under the auspices of Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund. Let the administrator of GET Fund be in charge, so it becomes a unit under GET Fund, so that contributions can be roped through that particular process. Then GET Fund would take charge of the education of these kids, and as part of the educational component, there will be a stipend, a monthly stipend that they will pay to the children of these gallant soldiers.
Right.
So even if you are still going through basic education, and it does not require that they should pay your fees because it is free, you are entitled to some monthly allowances from that particular fund, just for your personal upkeep. I think that it is something we should consider, rather than just going to set up an independent fund to drive this, which may have its own political implications. So let us see how we can fuse it under the auspices of Ghana Education Trust Fund to truly make it responsive to the needs of the children of the deceased. And so that is my suggestion on this particular fund. And I hope and pray that the minister responsible for education is listening and he can take that discussion up with His Excellency President Mahama, and of course the government, so that we can actually operationalize it in a way that is befitting. For all you know, it may even open many doors for us to begin to look at past MPs like Ernest Kumar, John Kumar, and the likes, and how we can actually provide for servicemen, not just politicians. Then at least the discussion can be placed in that perspective. But, Nana, like Dennis said, apart from the lessons that it teaches us, it is the fear. It is the fear. Look, it is scary. And no matter how you look at it, and that's why mostly I don't want to be going, anytime my mind wants to go to the angle of the condition they would have been, I quickly go off, because flights, sometimes even just mere turbulence, goodness God, and you are seated on the flight. Only God knows what you are going through. So I don't even want my mind to go to that level, to that extent, because it is something I just cannot possibly imagine. And like he said, it can happen to any of us. Any of us. But we must use that period to reflect as to how we want to conduct our politics. We must use this period to remind ourselves that the essence of politics, the essence of democracy, is people-centered. It's about the people. It's about respect for each other. It's about solving problems, not creating problems in our engagements. And as for competition, we cannot do away with competition. But we must be competitive in an acceptable manner. That in itself is inspiring, not divisive. That in itself is uniting, not divisive. Our politics must be based on ideas, not driven by emotional outbursts, grounded purely in our quest to settle personal scores. what can we do to better our educational system? What can be done to better our military apparatus? What can be done to better the conditions of our roads? This should occupy our thoughts, not the personality kind of politics.
Right.
And it should be reflective to not just the political class, but even to the downtrodden. Because I think this is where I always agree with Miracles. That for some time now, politicians have allowed ourselves, though we are supposed to provide leadership, we have allowed ourselves to be led by those we are supposed to provide that leadership for our grassroots. We act based on what they desire when it comes to the emotional roller coaster. Because your grassroots says you are not biting enough in your communication, you want to go out there and demonstrate that you can bite enough.
Yeah.
They want, you want to appeal to the conscience of your grassroots. Your grassroots, they go and engage in activities that are clearly condemnable. But because you are afraid of them and you are a member of that particular political party, you do not have the courage to condemn that action because the blacklist would, the foot soldiers will blacklist you. And so we are shaped in one way or the other by the expectations of those we are supposed to provide leadership for.
Yeah.
So we must begin actually living up to the dictates of our roles as political leaders by providing leadership to those down there, no matter how difficult it will be. We must show the way. We must tell them how to do things because we are not enemies on this platform. We have beautiful discussions.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can get heated, but it doesn't mean that we are fighting. We get out there.
Yeah.
But what they see is the heated arguments. We must show them a different kind of politics.
True.
So that we all must understand, we all will get to understand that when it comes to this, to serving this country, it must be done so in humility and in respect for each other. And that must guide our discourse going forward.
Well,
My condolences once again to the families of the bereaved.
Sure. Dennis, Hamza makes a fantastic point about this fund being part of the Ghana Education Trust Fund and all. But so far, the conversation is on the children of the victims. But we also know that these people were, if like philanthropists, these people were benefactors. Do we necessarily have to extend it to the beneficiaries of their philanthropy? Because we've heard the Education Minister, Haruna Idrisu, elect to take care of some dependents of the late Murtala Mohammed and all. Do we necessarily have to extend this fund to cover these dependents?
Well, I think we can only deal with the ones we can easily identify. I mean, it's everybody's loss. So definitely a lot more people are going to suffer from this loss than just the immediate family. But it will be difficult for the state or the friends of these gallant 8 men to be able to reach out to everyone. I'm sure when you go to his constituency, Michael, there are plenty of people who depend on us. It will be difficult for all of these people to be identified. But I think what is crucial is that the immediate family, the children, and the wives should at least be catered. I don't think it's a difficult thing to do. Even friends can mobilize to get this done. What is important is that it must be intentional. It must be intentional. That's always the problem. That once it's not intentional, everybody thinks somebody will do it. I'm telling you, see, a lot of our people that we've lost, if you go to their homes now, you cry. And it's only when once in a while it comes out, they'll say, yeah, it's true. Let's go and check up on them. And it's because we don't institutionalize it. And that's why I think it's important, the point Hamza is making, that let's institutionalize it. Let's, so that if this, like the 1 month old baby, at least it's institutionalized, that it is on the state for the next 25, 30 or up to university of your life. Every month, this is how much is given to the it won't cost anything. With all the expenditure we have as a country, this will not cost much. Then at least they can, at least the wives would at least rest. rest, and then they can also even have their lives along the line, have their lives, and these children should be fine. But I think it should be institutionalized. Whether there is a change of government or not, it is there. Whoever becomes, and I agree, I like the Get Fund idea. Whoever becomes Get Fund administrator, it's one of the imperatives that you must do. It won't break the bank, it won't change anything. Then they can at least have the assurance of having a very stable life. It's difficult. I'm telling you, it's very, very difficult. If you go and see a lot of people who have died in service in this manner and the kind of situation they are, it's tough. It's tough. And I think it's better late than never. Now that we know this is something we need to do, we should do it. This thing has absolutely nothing to do with MPP and NDC. I hate it when I see anybody even tries to draw some parallel, to some exes. Yes, some NDC people may have rejoiced over some other MPP death or may have wished. It doesn't matter. Because even you speaking now, if you could fall tomorrow morning,
sure.
You understand? It's become evidently clear that none of us are immune to any of these things. We are, and the painful thing, you don't know when it's coming. You don't know when it's coming. And it's not as if because one has come today, another one cannot come tomorrow. So you say that, one has come, so the next 20 years I'm fine. It could come. Well, we know here when Kenya happened the next day.
Yeah.
You understand? It could happen again. So let's all just, keep our eye on this.
Right.
But in saying all of this, Nana, I think that politicians, we don't learn. As to why, I don't know. Maybe that is how God created us. Because sincerely, my view is that we should be learning from the past mistakes of our own selves and other governments and just move away from certain things. We're all mourning, all of us united in sorrow and mourning. But it looks as if some elements, and this one, some elements in the government don't even want us to mourn. And that whilst we are mourning, they rather are trying to divert the nation's focus on mourning to other things. When are we having the state funeral? On the 15th?
Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah, on Friday.
So for me, in my mind, the most sensible thing for any government functionary to do is that whatever you have to do, ideally leave it till after the funeral.
Yeah.
What is this thing about these national security boys all over the place causing mayhem? And
that's what I was coming to actually.
You see, there's something about goodwill. The NDC should understand that it's not forever. See, this country has seen various phases of governance. From the Nkrumah time all the way, we've seen military coups, we've seen times where people were abducted from their homes and shot in the head. We've seen times where market women were lashed. We've seen all manner of things, even in the Fourth Republic democracy. We can cite examples under Kufuor. We can cite examples under Mills. We can cite examples under Mahama. We can cite examples under Akufo-Addo. Like, we are in 2025. Let's learn. I am 100% against criminalizing free speech.
Okay.
I am for decorum. I am for measured conversation. I am against all forms of violence, but I am for brute conversation. That is why when I wake up in the morning, all I do is talk. And so for me, anytime I feel that speech is being attacked, I feel threatened. Because the only weapon that I think I have is my mouth. That is what I have, my mouth, my brains, and to say what I have to say. And for this country, if we cannot have roads, if we cannot have water, if we cannot have education, all at the same time, jobs all at the same time, one thing that I think we should all enjoy without any form of limitation is free speech.
But we should be responsible as it.
Extremely responsible. Extremely responsible. But that is why there are laws that deals with people who misbehave in the process of expressing free speech. There are laws, like there are laid down procedures. Abduction is not part of it. You get what I'm saying? Abduction isn't part of the processes of dealing with people who misbehave. I don't know what the lawyers call it, but people who misbehave in the process of expressing free speech, like people who who go on hate speech, people who incite violence, people who threaten. There are laws.
And people who malign, defame.
Sabotage, defame. There are laws, isn't it? I don't think abduction is one of it. Kidnapping isn't one of it. Showing people on TV and putting handcuffs on their hands so you show that you arrested them because they said something isn't one of it. Come on. The CID, the national security, listen, you're not doing the government any good. You're not doing the government any good. Release Fancy Comedy, release Free AY, release Sir Obama Pokwase. Listen, if for whatever reason you feel that they've done something that is problematic, invite them, charge them, present them before court. Let the laws deal with them. But have you seen the pictures of Obama's room? They broke the door. Like the door is broken. And they forcibly entered the room and basically abducted the guy. You understand? I mean, this is not democracy.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is even dangerous for all of us. Because criminals can even adopt this model to attack other citizens. Because right now, when you are sleeping and your house is being broken into, you don't know whether it is the national security or it is armed robbers. God forbid, if I have a weapon in my house and I see people breaking my door in this manner, I don't know whether your production can put these things on air. It's on in this manner. All I would do is to clock my gun and fire. And then, God forbid, I come out and I've shot a state operative. And you know what they will say? At that point, they won't say that they were breaking into my room and I shot them. They are going to turn it around and make it look like I have actually deliberately shot and killed a state operative. Then an innocent citizen will be facing the law for something that a reckless government functionary has done. Why? Why? Invite them. Even if you have to arrest them, go to them. You are under arrest for so and so and so and so. Come with us. Take them. When you take them, process them. Don't show anybody where power lies. We are in 2025. We've all seen where power lies already. Our democracy has already, we've seen. See, listen, we've seen military rules. We've seen where power lies. People have slept in small rooms, no light. We've seen it. This idea of trying to show people where power lies is crude. We are in 2025. Charge them. When they get to court, let the court deal with them. But what we see right now, what these guys are doing to the government is that the small goodwill that is left, that's what they are deteriorating. They are eroding. Because you are already in August too. In 3 months, you are hitting December 1 year after you were elected. Your time is running out. As we speak, you have barely a little over 1,200 days. Your time will be up. See, when it is time for an election, it doesn't matter whether you have guns to the heads of the people. We voted in 1992, voted in 1996. We removed a military-turned democratic president in 2000. This country has moved on. So maybe if you're a government functionary and you've forgotten yourself, and you think that we still are in that period where you can use brute force and intimidation, it doesn't work. Let's talk. Let's engage. These people that you've arrested, what are misdemeanor, something, what? You take them to court. It leaves your hands when you take them to court. But what you have done to your government is that you have injured the government. Because with this that you have done to, say, Obama, you've actually infuriated a lot of neutrals who are fearing for their lives. They are not politicians. Now, when you remember, there was a time, I don't know, Hamza, when you remember, if you remember, there was a time where on our roads, robbers and criminals were mimicking police. It was one of the reasons why at some point the Ghana police decided to reduce the number of checkpoints. Because you will be on the highway, then you see something like a police barrier, they will stop you, and then you realize that they are armed robbers. That is where we are getting to. And middle class people, neutrals who don't care about all these politics, they're asking themselves, hey, so if I'm sleeping in the middle of the night and I hear bam, 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 bam on my gate, do I wake up to open to respect state operatives or it's armed robbers? I beg them. I am begging them. You've already won power. It is in your hands. There are laws to help you do whatever you want to do. Free the guys. Don't arrest them in this manner. Nobody should pursue hate speech, violent speech, threaten anybody. But come on. We're in this country. The deputy defense minister, he's on video shouting, Kumnana domaye, nyamie, kumnana domaye. Kumnana domaye. My very own friend and brother, Sami Jemfi, who is now CEO of Goldboard, Kumna na do maye nyame kumna na do maye. There's a radio presenter on XYZ sitting on radio saying that this aircraft crash that happened somewhere. Why wasn't Nana in it? Nyame, God, we beg you. The next air crash, let it be Nana Akufo-Addo. We've seen these things. We've seen these things. Sami Jamfi, Boja Jamfi, who are singing Kumna na do maye nyame kumna. Today, they are not in jail. They have defense minister and CEO for Good Board. So yesterday I was actually appealing to them that we are colleagues in speech. So we should stand together and call these miscreants in government who are misbehaving this way and putting all of us, our lives under threat. Because Hamza won't stop talking. If there's a change of government, he won't stop talking. He will talk. And Hamza should be afraid that there will be retaliation if these things don't stop. He should be afraid that there will be retaliation if these things don't stop. Because whether you like it, you can put a gun to Miracle's head. You can abduct me and shoot me in the street. There will be another Miracles. Because it's been proven. Where was I in 1992? Hamza and I, where were we in 1996? When Edubuahin was breaking the culture of silence, where was I? Edubuahin is gone. I am still here. I'm sure some people thought that if we remove Edubuahin, it will stop. It didn't stop. After me, after Hamza, there will be more people who come and speak. We should accept our fate. Now, this is a sort of governance we said we want to run, and that is how it's going to be. There will be extremists. There will be people, outliers. There are laws to deal with these outliers. It may have happened in the past. Like I said, Rollins, it may have happened. Mills, it may have happened. Kufuor, it may have happened. Even Akufo-Addo, it may have happened. This is 2025. Let's see some turnaround from some of these things. But to go into somebody's room in this manner, break Sir Obama's door, scatter the room, and abduct him. Because this is abduction, this is kidnapping, this is not arrest in this manner. Come on.
Very well. Hamza, there's a lot happening within the media space, the shutting down of some radio stations. And it all feeds into this particular conversation because yesterday in the evening, there were reports of gunmen, masked gunmen, allegedly abducting a presenter with Wuntumi TV. The one who's been identified as having falsely linked President Mahama to the helicopter crash. Then the arrest of the two who also allegedly made threats against the president and his wife. They say Obama Pukwase arrest and all. So let's tie it all together. What's happening within the space and these alleged arrests?
Nana? Let me assure Miracles that when it comes to the rule of law, this government will do everything within its power to honor the underlying principles of the rule of law. That being said, we are in a period of mourning. It does not mean that every aspect of the state, especially its investigative arm, must also be frozen because the state is mourning.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And so the actions of the security forces are not in any way undermining the mourning period. Because you agree with me that if care is not taken and we divert our attention fully to the funeral activities, the state will become vulnerable and all manner of attacks are likely to be thrown at us.
Yeah.
So our security agencies are professional or ought to be professional bodies who are still going about doing their daily work. And for me, I think that it is not out of the ordinary. Where I agree with him in principle has to do with the modus operandi of these security agencies.
The nature of arrest.
Yes, but it did not start today. And it pains me to say that it appears that even civil servants within these outfits have decided to take we, the political class, for granted because of our own actions. Because if you get power and you decide to use them in ways that are not professional, and there's a change of power, there are definitely going to be elements within these security outfits who also owe their allegiance to a particular political party So if care is not taken, they are also likely to behave in ways considered retaliatory.
Yeah.
That may be outside even the hands of the political class. So it is not just a caution to this government, it must be to all of us. And I am terribly surprised that my brother appears to have found his voice as far as these untoward happenings are concerned. Remember Albert Hyde, Bongo Ideas or so.
Yeah.
The manner in which he was picked up. A number of them.
Yeah.
In opposition, many of us raised red flags and said that this was a dangerous precedent. We are just coming from a past where even practices among Ghanaian journalists was a problem. A journalist of this country gunned down in broad daylight. Up till date, we are unable to produce any meaningful investigative report as far as that cold murder is concerned. That is the kind of legacy we left as politicians, irrespective of the political party you belong to.
Yeah.
That is the kind of dangerous precedents we have set. But thankfully, I am sure that these concerns by now would have gotten to the attention of His Excellency President Mahama. And we know, indeed, there are many journalists who did works against President Mahama who came out subsequently to espouse his reverence for freedom of speech and how he even protected them when they were doing works against him and sought to compare that with the new patriotic party's regime, especially under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. What they went through, Manasseh Azure is a living testimony of that comparison. So we are dealing with a president who privileges the rule of law over mere partisanship. And that should give us hope. And I agree with him that when it comes to the way that many, especially the national security, sometimes when it comes to their operational mechanisms, how they go about carrying out arrests is something we all must look at.
Yeah.
It didn't start under this regime. It started even in the last regime. In fact, it was happening in the last regime. But yes, this government has promised a reset. And so there is a need for us to look at the manner of arrest, especially when it comes to breaking and entering people's houses at midnight. It is something that I cannot, in all honesty, defend on any platform. As a member of a government and an associate of a president, I know privileges freedom of speech and will do everything within his power to protect it. So we must understand that in the collective, we actually need to look at the modus operandi of the national security when it comes to arrest. I agree with him. If care is not taken, criminals will take advantage of that. But all these beautiful arguments that Dennis is advancing today, these were arguments he should have advanced even when they were in power. Probably we wouldn't have been having this discussion. But you see the way I'm speaking? If he had done a little of that
When he was in power.
I'm sure we wouldn't have been here. But I'm speaking this way, being able to express my view and to call on us to intervene in the way we carry out some of these arrests, especially when it comes to national security, because I know the kind of president I represent on this platform. And I know I will not have a problem after leaving here. Indeed, he will pat me on the back for actually bringing his attention and the attention of the government to some of these excesses. If we had all adopted that kind of posture in the not too distant past, I'm sure we wouldn't have been here. And that is the beauty of the National Democratic Congress and the beauty of the president we speak for. Because we are allowed to make informed contributions as to how the governance of this republic should go, especially for those of us who are relatively young. Whatever future we build, we would be part of that future. That is the more reason why we must not mince words in calling for the necessary actions to be taken in our quest to reform our country. But Nana, I do not think that it is outside the investigative remit of the CID to arrest, what do you call her on TikTok?
The Fanti.
The Fanti whatever. I have never come across her on TikTok. If you are making accusations to the effect that His Excellency President Mahama and Lordina maybe or probably had a hand in what happened, and you have heard on national television, the Ghana Army has indicated that they are going about doing their investigations. The CID is doing its investigations. It is only proper for you to be picked up. Because probably you would have had vital information that would be beneficial to the investigative process.
Based on the allegations you are
Based on the allegations that you are leveling. So if you are picked up, it falls in tandem with standard procedure when it comes to the CID's operations. The CID can elect to invite you or arrest you to provide information. It is within their right. So based on information available to them, they can decide to make a determination as to which particular modus operandi to adopt when it comes to your allegations. So I do not have any problem or whatsoever with the CID's decision to arrest these gentlemen. Absolutely not. I don't. Because we must begin to ensure that we are responsible in our utterances in this country. The fact that you have a 2 cedis bundle data and access to social media does not mean that we should take the country for granted and run all sorts of commentaries when it comes to our republic under the guise of freedom of speech. So I don't think that there's nothing outside the law when it comes to what the CID has done. But where I agree with him is the decision to break, especially by national security, into people's homes to arrest them.
And we have some of the pictures on the screens now.
Yes, that one is a bit worrying. It can happen to all of us. Criminals undoubtedly can take advantage of such a practice. I agree. But we must be honest and say that it didn't start today. But the onus undoubtedly lies on this government to end that practice. Because we have promised a reset agenda. And I can assure you that the government will take action. The minister responsible for national security, the Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, will undoubtedly act on this matter. There's the need for us to reorient the operational mechanisms of our national security, especially when it comes to arresting civilians. I think that this is a work that the police CID would have been able to do without national security interference.
Exactly.
And so, like I indicated, that is the legacy that they have left. And in 7 months, this government will not be able to reform these institutions. It is work in progress. But this undoubtedly will propel the National Security Minister to act and ensure that we bring these things to an end. It is unacceptable, clearly unacceptable, irrespective of what the gentleman said. I believe that the CID would have been in a better position to arrest. But I am not a security person, and I do not know the kind of information national security is privileged, the intelligence that they have gathered, and they decided to go the way they went. In the 9th, and taking him out forcefully. I do not have the intelligence. But like I said, it is something the National Security Minister must look into. Because irrespective of whatever they might have said, there are laws in this country that we can take them through without creating drama. Because each and every one of us, this can happen to us. So I agree with him on that basis, that there's the need for us to tone down. But this is not the work of the political class. Like I've indicated, that is the culture that we have inherited, especially in the last 8 years when they were in charge. And so it will take time for us to reform it. We must all be frontal in terms of dealing with these issues. But Dennis, let me give you the assurance that on this call, the NDC will join you for us not to engage in acts that clearly puts the lives of all of us in danger. So we would not go the way you went, because even the challenge to express your views then and to call your government to order, I did not hear you. I am a religious follower of your politics as a young person.
Let me take a few messages.
So this.
Let me just make a point that you take the messages.
No, am I done? I think I wanted to land. Please allow me.
It's okay.
Please allow me to land. So I think
you've had enough
that
time.
is the difference on this table. We as a political party, when we feel that certain things are out of the way, we are bold enough to confront it and bring the attention of government to it to act on. The NPP must begin to have that culture.
Very well. Very well, Hamza. Thank you. Then it's a quick one.
To say that I am disappointed is even an understatement.
Disappointed
in Hamza. I think this issue is an extremely important conversation that I expected more from him. I am very heartbroken because the Hamza I know, I expected him to do better. He doesn't agree with me on anything. So he should stop saying he agrees with me. He agrees with me with nothing.
He just said he agrees with you that the modus operandi should change.
No, when you are speaking, we listen to you. We don't just hear you. People listening to Hamza and viewing Hamza this morning, a lot of them will be disappointed. He doesn't agree with me on anything. He basically supports what they have done. That is what he has basically done. What Hamza has done with the speech he's given is to justify the criminality, the action of these hoodlums and miscreants who call themselves state operatives. That's what he's done. And he's done that by basically saying the same things that I said. Oh, it was done in Ekufad. So he started and then he says in the last 8 years. Did it start in the last 8 years? No. His political party, they lashed market women on the streets. His political party. His political party bent people's businesses in this country, the NDC. Do you know why some people resent the NDC so much? It is because of the criminalities that his political party caused. There are people whose homes were devastated because of his political party. People's mothers were abducted in the middle of the night and shot in the head by his political party. So he should stop it. He should not even go there and begin to say in the last 8 years, we had to break the culture of silence in this country under his political party. It was under the NDC that we had to break the culture of silence. He should slow down because if he decides to go down that way, it's going to get emotional for everybody and it's going to go haywire. Listen, I am a man of principle. I have told you, me, my entire life, the only thing that holds me together and makes me feel human is talk. So I take it very, very seriously. He says that if miracles are done, said what I'm saying, you see, he's just beating about the bush and really not called his government to order. All he's saying is that the Minister of Interior would go after the Ministry of Interior. That's what he's saying. It's a national security not under the Minister of Interior. Yeah. So I know that the Minister of Interior will go after it is the Minister of Interior that did what has been done this morning. And you are telling us that the Minister of Interior will go after the Minister of Interior. Does it make sense? This is 2018, July 21st, 2018. This is me. There was a policeman who brutalized a woman. You're watching it. You see it's a video. It's on Facebook. What's the date there?
Yeah, July 21, 2018.
Exactly. So this is me. This is me. Miracles. I never kept quiet. I have never kept quiet whenever I feel free speech is under attack. Maybe he is speaking for the first time, but I have records. This is 2018. A policeman attacking a citizen, and I went on to make the exact point
did you speak on the arrest of Bongo Ideas?
I didn't hear.
Did you speak on the arrest of former Ward?
I did. Yes, I did. I have always spoken. It is all here. You see, the good news is that all my positions are public. It is all here, and I've just shown you one. And you see, so take me out of that bracket. I have every right to say what I am saying exactly this morning because I am on record. You don't have that record. And for you to even attempt to make it look as if there is an NDC government, you are brutalizing the people. In the same person, you are saying that we will not do it. In the last 3-4 days, you have gone after free speech. In 7 months, you have brutalized 12 journalists in this country. No, I beg you.
I need to take a break.
No, don't worry, you take it. In 7 months, you have brutalized 12 journalists in this country. And you are telling us that we are democratic, we support free speech. No government in the history of our Fourth Republic democracy has had the record of 12 journalists attacked in 7 months like you have. As we speak this morning, your national security has abducted a citizen for free speech, and you are saying that the government will go after the national security, which is government, for attacking free speech. Doesn't even make sense.
Has the national security
and your justification
to arresting anyone? Have they claimed responsibility for this action? Or we are suspecting that it was done by national security?
It is the national security.
Then let me
because the gentleman who has been abducted has managed to speak to family. It is the national security.
Let me take a break.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let me take a break.
But see, the point is that nobody. You can respond as much as you can. It doesn't change anything.
Let me take a break.
The fact of the matter is that nobody, including Hamza, should have any with a little conscience should try and attempt to justify or even create comparisons with the barbarism that is happening right now by the state operatives. Don't do that.
Thank you.
Because if we are to go into history, you can't have a leg to stand on. You beat people's mothers on the street of this country. You abducted people's families and killed them on the street of this country.
Let's take a break here. I've seen your messages. Keep them coming in. When we come back from the break, we read them and then we continue the conversation. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us.
Check this passport number for me. Let me do something for somebody right now. Check J1 1955. Give me a pen and a paper. Write CSS. You know this?
Christopher.
He was supposed to marry you. He's a Nigerian, but he went to Nigeria and he had accident and he. Hello, precious one. My name is Prophet Emmanuel J. In the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, a group of prophets asked permission from the man of God, saying, "Where we live is too small. Give us permission to expand our coast." In the process of expanding their territory, they lost the only axe that was borrowed. They didn't know what to do. It took the man of God to let them regain what they have lost. Precious one, many are going through a lot of things without solution. They have prayed, they are in churches, they have fasted, they have given their offerings, and they are asking themselves, why am I still going through what I'm going through? BTP is here once again. And this time around, I am focusing on those who are going through situations, but they don't know what to do. I will diagnose the situation, get into the spiritual realm, and give you exactly what you must do from the 10th to the 17th of August, every 5 p.m. at the Prayer Palace of the Sprinters Road. If you need free transportation, call the numbers right on the screen. As I see you, I will diagnose the problem and give you solution by the grace of God. God bless you. Let me see you there.
Born to prophesy, born to roam, a voice of faith, never his own. He whispers storms, he hums the sky.
Life can get hectic, and sometimes we forget to prioritize our well-being. That's where Vernal Mineral Water steps in. A refreshing solution packed with essential minerals, Vernal Mineral Water keeps you hydrated and balanced. Whether you're at home or work, Vernal Mineral Water is there to keep you going. Don't let a busy schedule hinder your health. Make Vernal Mineral Water a part of your daily routine. Share the love with Vernal Mineral Water, the choice for a healthy, vibrant you.
This advert is FDA approved.
Sister, me dad, dear Betty, be an amium, me. I could eat that. Me many tears, some of them is a coming and say, me doesn't take it. Sika, sit here to the moon. Did you so more? Baggy the one, yeah. Never be free. So, what you say bag number? One number to show. Wow. That's a minute from Fabia, Panama Solio.
This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness, ministering live Perez Music alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus, also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabi Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday the 31st of August 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie Spitzer and powered by Rima City of Worship.
You're welcome back. Grateful that you stayed on with us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. We're having the news review segment. Hamza Suyini is here. Dennis Miracles Abuaje is also here. I'll take a few of your messages and then I go to Hamza for a quick response to Dennis. This one says, good morning to you and your respected guests. Free speech is what makes democracy beautiful. Everything about democracy is about freedom of expression, but people shouldn't also take it for granted. Shout out to Miracle, Gen Z, Abuaje, and my name, Hamza Suyini. Please, I need Miracle's phone number. This is Hamza from Tamale. All right, the producers will get in touch.
Your Tamale people, why? You're not giving them your number. You're not giving them.
So they wanted to.
Because last week too, they were looking for. I'll send your number to them.
It's your NPP family.
I will send your number to them. Hamza, I will send Hamza's number
family in Tamale. M4C, they are giving you fans. You don't want that.
Rex from Ashoman says, what is Dennis saying? When did he come to this realization? In his government, lawyer Vomawa was arrested at the airport for making an innocuous statement that a coup needed to be staged. Even another pastor was arrested and jailed for prophesying. This sanctimonious stance when politicians go into opposition is rather unfortunate. This one says, good morning. Is Miracle seriously saying the NDC is eroding our democracy? Is he seriously saying that those comments made by those guys are miscreants and nothing to take serious? Their government arrested innocent protesters. Okay. This one says, hi, I am Salim from WA. We are not against the state setting up a fund for the children of the helicopter crash. I think if the state should do it, it should be broadened to cover the children of all public servants. Recently, a doctor in Konfanoche died from a sudden heart attack in line of duty. Nurses go to work, and in line of duty, this is double standards and hypocrisy. Okay. Aminu from Ensawam says, Dennis's observation is spot on. The weaponization of state security against political opponents is a concerning trend that requires immediate attention to prevent further abuse. Nelson from Sydney, Australia. Good morning to you, my gentle host, and your well-mannered panel. I appreciate the contributions from these gentlemen in the studio. However, I want to react to Mr. Abuaje's reaction to the arrest of the two who threatened to kill the president of the Republic and his wife. Is Dennis telling me that the actions of threatening to eliminate the president of the Republic is just justifiable? No, that's not what he's saying. Good morning, Nana, and your panelists. Hamza is saying the best and the right thing. Bravo. This is Warish Ibn Warish from Upper West Region. Mr. Hamza is still comparing the previous government behavior to the current government. So where is now the resetting he's talking about? Or the reset is to repeat the doings of the previous government? Mwene Sumaila from Wa. Well, okay. Hamza, let me come to you for a quick response. And then we can move on. This, like we have all agreed, is the way and manner the arrest is carried out. But and we know that once you arrest and the investigations begin, it will leave the hands, especially of national security, into the hands of the state prosecutor. So it's just this. Let's show them some power. And this show of power, does it really work as a deterrent for others who may be thinking of engaging in the same act?
Absolutely not. But you see, Nana, I am still in the state of mourning, and it is difficult for me to go the usual way in terms of being all, in our parlance, firing from all cylinders. Because I still bear the pain of the loss, and regardless of the invitation extended by my brother Dennis. But it is important for me to set some records straight. I was expecting you to do that job, but unfortunately you allowed him to flow.
Regarding?
It is not true that under an NDC government, market women were whipped on the streets and markets burnt. That is not a factual statement, and you know that as a matter of fact. I expected you to correct him. Secondly, it is also not true that the NDC presided over a culture of silence. Never accurate. Never accurate. Go back to our history from 92. Under the fourth Republican democracy that we're enjoying, under the 1992 Constitution, which political party extended the frontiers of the media, under whose regime were the frontiers of the media expanded than the NDC? Indeed, you cannot clearly write that history or recount that history without giving the likes of Recruit Bubi their due.
True. Doesn't.
Because their works were complementary and the government could have intervened. But the government allowed our state institutions to work. And that led to a number of radio stations opened in this country under an NDC regime. Indeed, under His Excellency, the late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, who had transitioned from a military leader to a democratic president. So you do not say that my political party that was formed in 92 presided over the burning of markets or the beating and whipping of people. That is not a factual statement. We can have a debate about the years preceding 1992 and the role of both political traditions and how one political tradition decided to mortgage the future of this country. And their operations even led to the overthrow of the most revered Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. How their activities became anti-Ghana. How they became agents of the CIA against the interests of the Republic. We can have that discussion. As far as events and leanings preceding 1992, that discussion can be had. But when it comes to the National Democratic Congress, you decided to do your usual politics of lies and deceit, which I thought we would have all learned useful lessons from this period. Contrary to your assertion that I didn't agree with you, I think I agreed with you in terms of the modus operandi of the national security. But I only reminded you of the dishonesty that characterized that call. And I charge all of us as young people to ensure that we do a different kind of politics going forward. And I gave examples of human rights abuses under your government that you were one of the topmost spokespersons for. Indeed, not just human rights abuses, journalists killed in this country. You are talking about culture of silence? The likes of Manasseh Azure-Winnie, under your government, had to be taken away by the Media Foundation for West Africa because their lives were in danger by your own national security operatives. Is that not a fact? Even under you, even in opposition, we still know how you treat certain media houses. You violently throw their mics on the floor, on live TV. You assault journalists. Even in opposition. So which political party is adverse to freedom of speech than you people? Even your own MPs who raised concerns about the conduct of your finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, and their position on your government, what did you subject them to? You made them outcasts. Together with your boss, you led a charge and made sure that they lost their seats. You have blacklisted them from the party communication as we speak. So if there's any political party that is known for its adverse to freedom of speech, it is a New Patriotic Party. I am not by this saying that the National Democratic Congress is a saint. We have our share of their excesses as well, but not as grievous as we had under you. When Rawlings was president between 1992 and 2000, did you hear national security operatives breaking into people's rooms?
No.
Did you give me an example?
No.
We saw this partisan posture of our security institutions, especially the national security, when President Kufuor became president. So whatever happened between 2009 and 2012 was an attempt to retaliate. And we all have agreed going forward that that kind of retaliatory politics is not good for this country.
Yeah.
And that is why I joined you in that call.
You didn't join me.
That the national security.
You haven't joined me.
I did.
You are justifying the recklessness this morning. Continue. Don't join me. What you are doing is to justify. Carry on.
That's an interpretation of what he's saying.
That is what the viewers are saying. Carry on.
So,
don't join me. You are on your own.
Why? Are the viewers sending you messages?
Yes. You are on your own. You didn't join me. Please. Continue. Carry on.
No. That is the record.
Yeah.
And like I indicated,
but it is this record that we need to change.
Absolutely, and that is why I said that, especially on the NDC, the responsibility is higher.
Which has promised
because
to reset.
we campaigned on an agenda to reset the country, and that is why I was clear in my communication that the National Security Minister will undoubtedly intervene on this matter. The National Security is an independent institution, regulated by law,
by reports to
the National Security Minister, in this case the Interior Minister.
Yeah.
So he has some regulatory oversight when it comes to the action of the national security operations. So if today
you are mourning, it's okay.
You
are mourning, it's okay. Because the way you are saying that is
National Security Minister has some oversight responsibility.
Not some. He has.
Indeed, he has oversight responsibility when it comes to the operations
of national security.
And you have flagged something as a responsible citizen of this country, which I want to believe. And I have told you that based on the information I have, I think that I would associate with your call.
Don't associate.
On the national security minister.
He's on his own. He's supporting the recklessness.
No, I don't.
He's supporting your call.
The man has spoken, and 98% of his speech is in support. Then he brings 2% to look.
Dennis,
you don't support us.
I told you clearly that I disagree with breaking into rooms, and I thought that, and I was clear that it's condemnable.
Indeed.
And I made the point that the National Security Minister, if indeed it was done by the National Security, the National Security Minister ought to intervene on this matter.
True.
In line with the President's disposition. Because we all know President Mahama. That is not in doubt. And I have given you examples of media personalities who have experienced the two regimes, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and President Mahama, and did work against both. It is their verdicts are presented on this show, not my verdict. They have told all of us that President Mahama has a better record.
That is why you're on your
when
own.
It comes to respect
so
for
you are
freedom
not
of speech.
associating with me. You are on your own.
I'm
you
not
are justifying recklessness.
I am not. I'm just telling you that we have a president
and
who
your
will
eyes
act.
tell me that you are conflicting with yourself.
No,
your
he's
head
mourning.
and your heart is conflicting.
Are you going to allow me to make my submission?
He's mourning. They were mourning and they
make
went about this kidnapping and abduction.
But because that is why I gave you the basis. You Dennis, you are smarter than this. The fact that the state is mourning doesn't mean that state security institutions should go to sleep.
It doesn't mean you should abduct. Abduction isn't part of state security responsibility.
And I just told you that if indeed the national security did what you claim they did in relation to, say, Obama,
the minister will act on it.
It is condemnable first.
Leave it there.
No, wait.
Why do you go into
It is condemnable
FBI?
first, and that the National Security Minister, knowing the disposition of His Excellency President Mahama, will intervene in this manner, in a manner that is acceptable. I made that point. So unlike you people, we know the president will represent, and that is why I can sit in this chair comfortably and call on the National Security Minister to intervene. Because I know the disposition of President
intervene against himself.
How? Was it the National Security Minister who went to?
Is it that bad that the National Security can move?
Agency under his purview.
Is it that bad that the head of the National Security can wake up in the morning and his operatives have gone and broken into somebody's door?
Oh, but they will operate and then send a report of
Oh, that's how it is working.
Dennis,
they will operate and send a report of the operation.
It's okay.
So you asked on their report.
That's how it is. You work there.
I started by telling you that we all are not privy to the intelligence the National Security had, if indeed there were those who went there. That's one. Now, they probably would have had an intel. They will be directed to act on the intel. They would have gone to the scene. The situation that was presented, you think that at that on the doorstep of Seboama or Pokwasi, they will pick a phone and call the National Security Minister. This is what is happening.
No.
So is that how you were manning the Baumia campaign? You did not have your own judgment to take certain decisions that would inure to the benefit of the campaign.
I didn't send people to abduct anybody.
So
I was not kidnapping people.
People do not have
a big difference. Your government
are
is
you going to allow Nana
to
allow him to land?
Oh, but the man asked me a question.
Let him land.
You are abducting people and you are here
justifying. So Nana,
Hamza, wrap up on your points. Wrap up on your points.
I repeat.
You are sweating.
I repeat.
I'm not. You are. I'm not.
Hamza,
that one has always been.
No, you are.
But he's human. I mean.
No, because he's conflict. What he's saying, he doesn't believe it. That is not him.
Thank you. Hamza, please wrap up on this point.
Nana, I sympathize with him. You see, he is trying in the midst of the national state of mourning to do politics. Go to even his work. We are all mourning. He's doing his Baumia politics and connected. Because they don't know, they don't even appreciate when to apply the brakes.
You know that.
As far as
you are abducting in the state of mourning.
How are state institutions, the work of state institutions, how is it related to abduction?
You are kidnapping in the midst of.
Are you going to allow me to finish?
But you invited me.
I didn't.
But allow him to finish, then you can have your turn.
Sorry,
but you see, Nana,
okay.
No, but he's not. You should understand. His parents is being ruffled, so he needs to act. I see, Nana. I think that Dennis needs to understand that this government, unlike the one we had in the past, will ensure that the rights of citizens are respected.
You have abducted citizens. And you are
that is the more reason why I'm saying that the claim of abduction, if it is true, then the National Security Minister should look into it. I could have been dismissive like they would do when they were in power, or like they did when they were in power. But I didn't choose that path.
Right.
Because we promised a different kind of governance. Governance that is sensitive not only to the needs of the Ghanaian people, but even to the opposition as a political party.
Let me take a few quick messages.
I'm sure that the National Security Minister will.
Let me take a few quick messages.
I sympathize with you this morning. Your job is
thank you.
I agree.
This one says, good day. I think you're doing a good job for Mother Ghana. God bless you. However, I wish you could verify for me concerning the outcome of Honorable Afenyo marking, attacking and slapping a police officer during one of the MPP demonstrations, unless we are told that some people are above the law. Okay, I'm sure it's a matter under investigation. I want to know if the family of the victims would receive insurance and what the purpose of the insurance will be. Okay, I'm sure there will be proper communication after the president officially announces the fund. Good morning. Miracles is doing great. We are in this country and Kelvin Taylor says more horrible things. And when this government comes to power, the rest is history, okay? Nana, good morning to you and your panel members. I like the boldness of Miracles, but tell him to slow down. It seems to me he's launching attacks on Hamza. He should try to control his motions. I took Kwamena Eagleson from Taiman Aboko Bisent. That's why
I the man is sweating. I'm coaxing him. People are going to commit a crime and he's here defending.
This one says, is Hamza saying this is the first time the national security is behaving in such a manner in this government? And will it take a century for the president to caution them? And no, that's not what he's saying. Emmanuel Atta from Ashroman says, let Hamza talk on the matter on the table. His party is in power and resetting. Hamza, they say you should talk on the matter on the table. I don't know
He's not responsible for the
Good morning
crime.
to you and
Leave
your
the man
panel.
alone.
I always love to have
always
my name
matter on
Hamza
the
and
team.
Miracles together on your platform. God bless and unify Ghana. Great morning show. Okay. Hey, this one is asking for your number.
Baby, I'll give the number. When the he knows what he has to say to me.
Let's wrap it up. I think the call now, the general consensus is that the way and manner in which these arrests are carried out is not the best, and we should look into it. And also, what is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. But the retaliatory politics is what we don't want. Miracle, final word on this, and then we can wrap
We
up.
will not retaliate, and I can assure.
You're giving us that assurance today.
Yes. So long as we have life, I don't see a Bawumia government doing the sort of things that Mahama is doing. I don't think so. That I can assure you. That Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia would not retaliate to some of these things. He is looking forward to a more progressive Ghana.
Very well.
That a lot of these things may have happened, but he would not. Retaliate. That you can be rest assured. But I mean, as we wrap all of this up, I think that once they have knocked us out of the state of mourning, it's important that we remind them that the cocoa farmers are waiting. We shouldn't pretend
For the 6,000.
they are waiting for the 6,000. All of them have decided that they will all pause like we do in the Ghanaian tradition and mourn. But whilst the mourning is ongoing, Hamza, I beg you, when you go back, please talk to Atoforsen, talk to Eriko Puku, and let them understand that they must, as a matter of mandate, meet the cocoa farmers halfway.
Very well.
If you cannot do 6,000, apologize and give them 4,000
Thank
at
you,
least,
Dennis.
but
Thank you,
not
Dennis.
3,200.
Hamza, final words. 1 minute.
Once again, my condolences to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, the Republic of Ghana citizens, and of course, most importantly, the bereaved families. Like I said, this should be a period of reflection. And we all must begin to ask the hard questions, especially when it comes to our state institutions. We must use this period as an important phase of our quest for reform to ensure that we get certain basic things right as a republic. And let me also extend a hand of friendship to the New Patriotic Party on this journey of reform. It is not everything that we must criticize simply because we are engaged in politics. The time has come for us to agree on matters that undoubtedly would inure to the benefit of the Republic of Ghana.
Right.
It is okay for us to still continue with our politics of contest of ideas, but we must be responsible in it. We must seek not to give everything an emotional attack like my brother sought to do this morning. We must understand that it must end somewhere when it comes to the usual politics. And national development must be at the center. And on the basis of that, I would want to commend them once again, especially His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President John Kufuor, former President Kufuor, and of course Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, former Vice President, for that show of solidarity. It is well appreciated by this government, and we thank them for that gesture, especially during this difficult period. It is our hope and prayer that their followers emulate their gesture and be responsible in terms of their commentary as far as this matter is concerned. And I hope and pray that Dennis would be an important teacher on that trajectory, because clearly the reckless comments that appears to be coming from the quarters of the NPP is clearly not in line with what we have seen as far as the support that has been provided by their leaders.
Thank you so much, Miracles. Thank you so much, Hamza. This has been the News Review segment here on Breakfast Daily. Stay with us, don't go away. The show...
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come. Let's go! Lights, camera, action. Put your mind on it, let the lights of children.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial *759#. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start. Work is always effective with NASCO home appliances. Good vibes only while you wait. The feeling hits very deep. Any jepa, I want NASCO fear. NASCO, bring home happiness. This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness. Ministering live, Perez Music alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabi Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie's Pizza and powered by Rima City of Worship.
The grand finale of the Literacy Challenge 2025 is here! Congratulations to our top 10 finalists. But the big question is, who out of our top 10 wins the ultimate prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis, the Glitzy Trophy, and the bragging rights as the Literacy Challenge winner for 2025? Support your favorite student, support your school, and let's promote literacy in Ghana. Tune in live to Channel 1 TV for the grand finale on Saturday, 16th August 2025. Venue, Alisa Hotel Ridge, Accra. Time, 1 o'clock p.m. Call 0205-973-973 for more details. The Literacy Challenge 2025 is powered by 97.3 City FM, supported by Channel 1 TV, and sponsored by Belmu and GB Assessment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and we are excited to continue the show from where Nana Tufo actually stopped. So we're going to be running from now till 11 a.m., and I'm sure you are also excited to be part of the show. Anyway, my name is Chris Carter.
And I'm Philip Nihilate, and on this show, like we keep saying every now and then, I will bring you nothing but the best. We're going to some communities close to you. We're telling you the issues there, among other interviews that will be conducted on the show. Meanwhile, we are still reminding you that this is Ghana exhibition. The registration is still on, so you should call the phone numbers. There is 0205-973-973 and register now, because it's very important. And when you call for the registration, also make sure that you would make payment to secure your slot. It's an exhibition that brings all companies or institutions that produce made in Ghana products. You know, we have to consume made in Ghana products so our economy can bounce back on its toes. If we do not do that, certainly we are not creating employment for the young ones or for ourselves in this country. So for this event, we bring together individuals, organizations that are really into made in Ghana products or produce and all that. So we sell at one location. You get to exchange contact, to get to build networks and all that. So call the number now, 0205-973-973, to be part of this important event.
All right, and remember that you can actually carry Channel 1 along with you everywhere you go. And how can you do that? All you need to do is pick up your Android devices and head to the Play Store and Google Play Store specifically, and then you look for the Channel 1 News app, Channel 1 News app. And after that, download it. When you download it, that's how you get Channel 1 with you everywhere you go. You can like literally get all the news updates and all the programs that we have wherever that you will be. So do well to actually download it on Google Play and enjoy every update that we have for you.
Chris, there's a grand finale coming for the Literacy Challenge 2025. This Saturday, right?
This Saturday. Excitingly. We finally got in here.
The top 10, you can see on the screens projected. 4 male, 6 females. Yeah, 4 males, 6 females.
All
and
representing different schools.
Different schools. We have 9 in the Greater Accra region and 1 in the Northern region. An interesting one there, all to catch or to pick the grand prize, which is the 10,000 Ghana cedis, the bragging right, and also that all-important trophy. And this will be happening at Alisa Hotel at 1 p.m. this Saturday, and of course it will be live on Channel 1 TV.
Yeah. Anyway, very big thank you to our sponsors, Belmo and GB Assessment, for holding us down with the Literacy Challenge. And I hope to see each and every one of you, especially the parents and the guardians, and also all the schools that will be represented. It would be nice to see everyone there. So see you on Saturday for the grand finale of the Literacy Challenge 2025. And this is brought to you by Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM.
Let's zoom into the trends. Interesting trends we are getting today. Yesterday, the National Democratic Congress's Deputy National Communications Officer, Akogan, issued a statement indicating that the National Democratic Congress would not boycott the Akutia by-elections, and they would contest the Akutia by-elections. It's really raised a lot of conversations on social media. People saying that, well, the NPP was scared of losing the Tamale Central elections, the by-elections. For that reason, they have tried opting out from the Tamale Central by-elections. But the NPP also argues that, well, we respect the death, and for the reason that the member of parliament for the area who passed on in that helicopter crash is very painful, they would want to opt out of the elections. That's the by-elections in Tamale Central. The argument was also that the NDC should also do same in Akutia constituency following the death of Ernest Kumi. But the NDC says that some will say lie. They said they will still go ahead and contest. A number of messages or tweets that have come up. Someone says that, well, the NDC do not or did not contest in Ejusu by-election when John Kuma died. So the NPP withdrawing from Tamale Central is no news. And I am not believing it was disguised bait for the NDC to stay off from the Akutia by-elections, a seat that the party refused to agree it lost in 2024. There is also another argument from the NPP that should they contest the Tamale Central by-elections, they will win, and that they are not scared of contesting that elections. Let's see how things will unfold in the coming days. Noticing that the NDC is saying one thing, that they would contest the Akutia by-elections. The NPP is saying that, well, to be prudent, that at least you do not contest now that we are leaving the Tamale Central by-elections, or the Tamale constituency, Tamale Central constituency, for an NDC candidate who will take over from the late Dr. Mutala. Interesting one coming up from there. But there is also another one which has to do with Fanti comedy. Yeah, yesterday there was a statement from the Ghana Police Service investigating an issue that came up on social media, indicating some derogatory comments made by some individuals on social media following the death of the 8 that perished in that accident a week ago, exactly a week ago, and 2 individuals have been arrested. So the statement from the Ghana Police Service says that the Ghana Police Service investigates viral video on threats to the life of His Excellency the President. The Ghana Police Service has commenced investigation into a TikTok video in which an individual is heard threatening the lives of President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the First Lady. So far, 2 people, Prince Ofori, also known as Fanti Comedy, and Yaira Abiwu, in police custody, assisting the ongoing investigation, while efforts are underway to get other persons believed to be connected to the video to assist in investigations. Chris, it's just interesting that the communications minister, that is Sam Nete George, has raised concerns on what people are doing on social media, what people post on social media, and how social media, instead of it becoming a tool to help people move about their day-to-day activities and do things in the right way, is rather becoming sort of a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, because I think all this also stems from the issue of monetization. You understand? Ever since this whole monetization issue came up, and Africa was given a chance to also monetize their content, but in as much as we are not getting like even half of the pie, or even 35% of the pie that the West, the creators in the West are getting. So because we're not getting that, a lot of people just want to do anything and everything to have clickbait, to have people join, to say something, to do something. Like to do something that's not very important, to always do something silly. It's always people doing something silly, saying something derogatory so they could trend, so they can have more views. It's the same thing on Twitter. Ever since, or X, ever since Elon Musk, monetized everything and paid some people some money in the beginning to say that, okay, yeah, this monetization is true. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is verified because you can pay for it. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry just says anything and everything. But I think it's important that if you want to say anything and everything, be ready for the consequences.
Yeah, the consequences
there should be consequences for everything and anything that you say. Like, for example, in Nigeria, I mean, when all this thing also started, some people were also doing stuff like this, and people were caught for it. People were caught for it.
Wow.
Yeah, even individuals sue other individuals.
Sometimes you also think that there are regulations that must be put in place in how people go about the usage of social media that, in a way, we are failing to do as a nation. I don't
think there's actually much to do, because if we talk about regulations, then we are going to get to the point that it will be like clamping the rights of people using social media. Do you understand? It's actually a very dicey space. A dicey space because there's a thin line between wanting to clamp people's freedom and also trying to regulate what people do. Because, I mean, everybody has common sense. Yeah. You should know what to say. You should know what to do. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it looks like the common sense is not really that common.
And as the nation grieves and Ghana is mourning, there are certain things you shouldn't say on social media. Anyway, there are some comments we will read out to you shortly. So this one coming from Ben Minta says that no busy and employed person will have time for what they did. It's true though. I think so. This is coming from XCDs, says that freedom of speech is guaranteed, but freedom after useless talk is not guaranteed. This one from Kafui says that is disturbing, mocking tragedy and issuing threats should never be taken lightly.
Yeah, this is actually the most disturbing part. Like, who in their right senses actually mocks a tragedy?
Yeah.
Who? Like,
as families are grieving.
You understand? I mean, you're somebody's 9 months. You're somebody's 9 months. So you're not only disgracing your family, you're disgracing your mother, you're disgracing like everybody. Like
just in the name of getting followers or building content.
Yeah, especially with that TikTok. Okay. Send me gifts. Oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you for. People have become everything and anything
just doing anything
to have
anyhow.
Those little points that could give you some cents to $1. Do you understand?
This one from the general says that what they were reported to have done is crazy and insensitive, but not sure it guarantees an arrest. Let's wait and see the charges the police will mount against them.
But that's a threat.
Yeah,
if you threaten me, if you threaten me, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you on the jugular. I'm like coming for you if you threaten me. So that's a threat.
Anyway, so that is it with Fanti Comedy and the other lady that have been arrested by the Ghana Police Service to assist investigation in a TikTok video that went viral, and in that TikTok video seems to be mocking the tragedy that happened a week ago and also mentioning names of individuals they would have wished were part of the tragedy. A very sad one, and like we keep saying, we've been monitoring events regarding that here on Channel 1 TV. A very final one, Chris.
Hashtag rent must be
you pay rent?
Yes, I do.
And rent
heavily.
is not...
It's...
And the youth are saying that, you know what, Charlie, we are dying.
It's not just the net, it is everybody. Everybody that feels the brunt and feels the pain actually saying rent must be reduced. Because when you think about it, the manner at which rent is increasing it's not funny. You know why?
Why?
Because rent is increasing, but money is not increasing.
Yeah, I understand there was a particular tweet that brought up that conversation. If we can have that tweet right now so that we can start a conversation on that. We understand that the tweet that brought up that issue is calculating how much people are paying when it comes to rent. So for instance, you are paying 1,000 Ghana cedis multiplied by 12 should be 12,000 and multiplied by 2 should be 24,000. Imagine you are working and your salary at the end of the month is somewhere like 1,200 or 1,500. But I also think that people should learn to cut their coat according to their size.
What when we say cut your coat according to your size,
according to the material,
what does that mean?
Because I think that if I'm playing the devil's advocate here. Please don't come after me.
I'll play it too.
For instance, if you are working and you are paid like 2,000 Ghana cedis and the amount is not that there, you shouldn't try getting an apartment that's going to cost like 800 cedis or 1,000 Ghana cedis, half of your salary. How are you surviving?
We're talking about first of all, security. Comfort. Because I'm paid 2,000 cedis does not mean I should not be comfortable in what even
you want to be comfortable with 2,000?
I need to be comfortable in my own little way.
There's an argument you would have to give out there to the general public.
No, I'm serious because as a female, as a female, let's say a single female, right? As a single female, you think I'm being paid 2,000 and everything, and then the area at which you are giving me rent is not safe for me as a single female. What do I do? Do I stay there because what?
Well, there's a comment. There's a comment right now. There's a comment right now that really brought up this. So a comment says that more than half of your salary goes straight to rent for the month. How much do we even earn? And that's a very big question I'm asking. Because, and this one says that where most of the landlords too, they won't take 2 years. Why 2 years before they cry? Someone want to take 2.5 and 3 years. According to the person, I've invested enough money and I want to take whatever money I want to take so that I'll defray the cost that I've incurred. This one too says a single room self-contained 1K. Oh, really? For where? Single room self-contained 1,000 Ghana cedis. For where? Which side of? I really don't know. Maybe you can share your. You see, if you are referring to these areas like the East Legons, the cantonments, the Laboni.
Cantonments.
You see,
cantonments is not 1,000. What are you talking about?
No, if you are referring to those places, see, if you've not gotten to that level, cut your coat according to the material you have. Go to Pokwase. Go to Amasama. Go to what's the name? Ablekuma. Go. There are places. That is too far from work. I understand that
work?
people are also saying that is too far from work. Agreed, but you've not gotten to the level where you have to stay in East Legon.
Why?
But you are working and you are being paid 2,000 Ghana cedis.
But we see orange sellers in East Legon.
What?
There are orange sellers in East Legon.
Oh, no, I'm not referring. There are orange sellers in East Legon. I'm not saying that they do not have the money to rent there. The argument is that if you haven't really gotten to the level where you can spend more than half of your salary on rent, they are equally dignified places. They are equally nice places that you can go and rent. Maybe, like I keep saying, there's an argument that you can also join. 0204447033. You'll be reading those comments on this show. What do you think that the right thing should be when you are going to rent?
I mean, the right thing should be that the landlords need to find a way to regulate, how they collect rents. And I think let's look at other ways of doing things instead of wanting to collect 2 years, 3 years in advance. I mean, like if it's a house or an apartment, I'm not talking commercial this time, a house or an apartment. Why not we try the 6-month thing? I mean, I've been in a place where I was paying 6 months when I first moved to Ghana in Jowulu. I was paying 6 months. It was good. It was cool. As a young person, I could save and then pay. I know that, okay, by 6 months I should have.
There's also another argument that when I pay boom, I pay like 2 years, I pay 3 years, I'm free and I can
free
also.
And you're broke.
Anyway, that's it for the trends. Arguments like that, rent must reduce. We will keep the conversations ongoing. Make sure that you are exactly going to give us the messages on that. You will bring it back again some way, somehow on the show one of these days, and we will have in-depth understand your conversations around it. So let's bring you the video of the day.
Thing. and talking about rent and all that. Imagine that's a rented house.
Oh, then that means this one there it's double loss. You've lost your life and you've lost the apartment. Anyway, that's the video of the day for you. Very sad one is what we experienced last week, Wednesday, August 6, in Sikaman in the Ashanti region, where 8 government officials were on their way to execute an important exercise or assignment. Unfortunately, we received the news of their demise in that area. So on the screen you can see the Defense Minister, Dr. Edward Omane-Boama, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, Minister for Environment, Alhaji Muniru Muhammad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the NDC, also Mr. Samuel Abuaje, former parliamentary candidate for on the ticket of the NDC, Obuasi East, Squadron Leader Peter Anala there, also Flying Officer Chum Ampedu, and finally Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The incident really took the whole country aback. We were shocked to hear this. But our correspondent, Hafiz Tijani, has gone back to the community where the incident happened a week after for us to gauge the mood of the residents there and see what the government has done there after the incident happened, among other things that we'll be gauging on the ground. Hafiz, good morning.
Good morning, Philip.
I trust you are doing well.
I'm I'm well. How are you too?
I'm doing good. Hafiz, tell us, when you visited the community which you are in now, a week after the incident, just paint us a picture of how the whole place is looking like, and if you've spoken to residents yet.
Well, so residents here are calm. They are just reflecting on what has happened last week. So a week today, like you said, or a week ago, like you said, they woke up to this news about this crash, and the incident is still fresh on their minds, and they are praying that nothing of this sort should happen again, not only in Sikama and Brofedu, but other parts of the country and other parts of the world. They wouldn't want to wake up to hear about news of something like this happening, knowing well that the people who have lost their lives are family members, are pillars of their families, are pillars of their communities and societies, are people who help people in education, in health, and other endeavors. So they don't pray for such a thing to happen again. But if you come here, it's all about reflection, it's all about sadness, it's all about calmness for the people. Most of the community members are clad in black to show that they are still mourning the death, the people who have passed on as a result of this helicopter crash. But quickly, you look at the background, that is the forest behind you. And on this same day last week, this was how the weather was. It drizzled this morning, and so foggy there at the top of the mountains there. You see the area being so foggy, and people, though investigations are still underway, but the weather, the bad nature of the weather is not being ruled out as one of the causes of the crash of the helicopter that led to the death. So you still see the weather there when you are standing in the Sikaman community, the nearest community to the crash site, and that area is still being monitored by the military officers who are still stationed here. When we came this morning, we saw military officers still here. They are still assisting investigators who are coming in here to go into the crash site or to go into that area to access the scene and also pick whatever they want to pick. So quickly, let's speak to the assembly member for this area. He has been at the forefront of this incident since it happened. He has been assisting the investigators, taking them into the place since the day the incident happened. He has been making some coordination in terms of the retrieval of the bodies to the community, which were subsequently, or they subsequently transported to Accra. The remains subsequently transported to Accra, and he has been assisting the investigator. Let's speak to him quickly so we get his thoughts on this. Marco Abadiba, Channel 1 TV. So, a week ago now, it is an incident. Sikama intisane.
Oh, many Amadas, each year with tear for no help for ina. Sikama Brofedu aiding.
Now lead the efforts. Oko site hall, maybe identify bodies no mutimi ye. The omukwa cry, ya see obi mukra. A week near. When investigators no call site no, a den day na muhu ye, the namu hen yamutimi nyai.
Minam da se Dimitri I can say, me to me say the motion no more when I saw him, if you go a coso. But then be a coha or mofa and yamani be eba. Into you say, Nyaman to 2 Montina, ye and TV Biasano, and Yaman Yugusua or more pepe echo.
Now, Moko Hono, Nyamano ne go him fan him fan like Nebumbe.
Oh, Nyaman Ebembe. And a be a plain toy and Angasa de Nina Gufako. And a real Dennis CNMs at a chat to Chanchanya as a sunny in our Bobuana. I make a say the Biabefi.
As I crata every regional minister office, Obimu F5 Nyamabi Adenisi, and Kromano F5 Nyamabi. Moya announcement, Mutiminya Nyamanibi.
Medasi, so far, make us say a new man do na a call if you know, Mesaka, Mamma Soja Fono. You say, me to make us say, a bill when you bought pine or fire, will be Sana, and I say, only mammy be a went to me uncle, Beponoson, or father of a challenge and pass our dinessy. In the announcement in the buy now will be adding a day, Abba. Teacher watching also crown Mesaka, made a man penny for. Said he who social media say, will be far watching, the one or the buy my medical man penny for.
Now, apart from watching in your man, a DMB na musan huye.
You whom be me far body free horror and addition ye fan and no man, and then more before become with you. Ajini no, ye young who be full baby. They are Canada, a soldier for no bomb by Sabaya Mitram Befani in Alco.
Na farmers no so raise the concern say omo ntimi nko efum no come de omo niska de to aduane na DC ni assembly say ebepe bibia amomo sans share ne ti say
no cre DC ni MP ebe promises a am yegusu say ye trading nti sa day one na start say ye trading no emu ho na so just na man ye nche say obi atumi konefu nti ebi ekwana to obi atumi konefu no mu efi line so ko forest no de obi atumi nko de obi anefu obi atumi ko nti say am no ka say fiti Friday no be sin obi atumi konefu
ba nipa ntimi ndu baby a ade ne
sa pepe say forest no kra no ye nko hodada nti wafum na okwa den forest no bra forest no kra ye nwuram nti baby wafu no wona okwa adwuma nti eno obi agye atum say ya do bewura ho you say okwa ehu kra nti untumi nko
na sasam we send si peja mokroi anase eni be na amanfo de hwemo
menua me dase nanka ye kra ye mpenesa you say nanka we hu bibia dini be kwa akira nanka ye adepa bi na eba na kofa se bi sa atrenchem kwasi so a ede edin ko no ye mpenesa na so enya basa nti enye ohaw enhyeda nye ohaw bebre se ye budin no nyame de ope na oye nanka ye famu de se dem di kan nanka mpese sa atrenchem we be free ye kuro mu epi anase district no so enya ba
na 1 week ni ede empathy na mo ye de kai de sie no
no kre na mrantie na keka ho bom se anka omo ye bibi nti ye kru ni na gitu mu se na ebe tuntunte na msoma nra na nan mpanifo ye nsiesie wo kru mrantie ne committee fo na de omo gi nti ne hwesa anka ne na nan bobo kuntunkrum na omo ye bibi kakra na akanyan omo efiri mu na so tumi efiri traditional council abase omo twentwen so nti me no ka sei na nan ma hodon omo tidia nan beka.
So that's the assembly member for Sikaman Bufedu. So I've been asking him about the effort since day one, what has been done and all that. So he first responded by saying that he has been leading the efforts. The incident that happened, they went into the forest or the crash site to be able to retrieve the remains of the people who were on board that helicopter that crashed that day. And he has also been working with other personalities or individuals like the MC and the DC. Recall that when the incident happened, there was an announcement that the farmers who had their farms close to the area should not go near that place because investigators were coming in to investigate, so that they will not go and tamper with any form of the investigative pieces there, because they were still gathering some evidence and also gathering some of the parts of the crashed helicopter. And he has been saying that the farmers complied, and the team, the investigative team that came in, he went with them. He was part of the team that went to the site, and they were able to retrieve a number of items. He cannot say, because he's not a technical person, say that they have retrieved everything. But he says that the investigative teams are still coming in. The military officers are also here trying to go into the site. The investigations are not done yet. So they, as and when they come, they go into the site or the crash site to retrieve whatever they want. But he said that they have been able to retrieve that. Then I asked him about the request by the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, a letter from the Ashanti Regional Minister that appealed to the community members when the incident happened. Some of them picked parts and bits of the helicopter, whether they have come forward to submit to him. He said that yes, a lot of them have done that. Some people took the items without bad intentions. They took because they wanted to show evidence of their visiting the site, to show to some of their relatives who could not access the site, and that's what they did, and most of them have been able to return it. And there was a watch that we don't know who it belongs to as part of the victims, but that watch also has been brought to him. He has given out also to the military officers who were here to also forward it subsequently to the authorities. Then I asked him about how the community is being seen by the world following what happened, and he says that they had not envisaged such an action to happen or an incident to happen, and they don't pray for something like this to happen again, but it was all for good. They had assisted in every effort to try and get things done. So today they were supposed to hold a 1 week celebration of the incident, but the traditional authorities had told them to hold on because of the nature of the incident. People are still grieving. They would not want them to do anything that some people might do some things overboard, so they are not able to do anything. And I asked him about the complaints or concerns by farmers who were told not to access the area. He says for now that area has been opened, but farmers are still restricted to their farmlands. They are not expected to go to the crash scene for any other thing. They are restricted, and the support that was promised by the member of parliament for this area and the DC for this area, the list is still being compiled, and they are going to attend to some of the farmers. So I'll speak to one of the farmers who is also joining us here to also tell us about the incident. About the bar Channel 1 TV. So assembly see no na wo ofumo
atwa na me wo mefu no eben ho kakra
na after no na see mamunko efum ho so be na di brel how be na di brel
how dey high kakra na the way ade no so see here no mo ka se menko ha okra wontumi nko nti ekra me kra no and say mama boto kakra pa because then onko akwa ko pia de so no obi ani ho na wontumi nya ho hwe nti na ha me kakra me pa
every sada no na say be mamu psychological support ebia the doctor for be beba be kasecho mo nanka ebia wadwin yo bibi say kra utimi regain wadwin no essentially no LTBB sa
ke ente sanjishe biasa apart from say soldiers phone ba no mo de yakosro no makoyi yo mniema de omuhia no ni asaba ntimi nkwa de makosro be 3 times square minute military for no ankasa and koye ti apart from that ni hunu ayi biasa
na DC ni MPC ombe mamu support bi mo amantimi nko efum no sa support ni aba na say na musi hunu
pacho yi hunu bibiasa de yi hunu bibiasa sa afi na nam kwemu badia yi hunu bibiasa.
Okay, so that's one of the farmers here who is also narrating what he saw that day. He says he still reflects on what has happened, and that usually saddens his heart whenever he thinks about some of the scenes or the sites at the scene of the crash. And he also spoke about there was some arrangement to give some of them psychological support. He says that nothing of that sort has come up, and the support that has been promised that the farmers would get, something like that has not also come up. So they are still waiting, though they have been here trying to cooperate with the investigative bodies who are coming in on a daily basis to the community. They even assist them to show them the area where the incident happened, and they have been assisting them also to pick some of the items they are picking up as part of their investigations. But for now, the community is still down. They themselves, they are not so happy about what has happened, but it's destined to happen. Let me add one other farmer here. He also has something to share. So when you come here, the Sikaman community, most of them are clad in either red or black. So that tells you that they are still money. Edi saying want me uncle or foam and when I buy.
What do you mean, Pamchawa? If you do, Kradana, Semisi, and now auction. Medium in Kofu. Menkofu, Nadi, she and a bray, she and a sea Niako will be here more be a Yetimabuan. By Bray qua Menebraba, with friend Yekron, you see Lana super pepper, Forest Lano. Yekwa, Nablana would do making a catcher, Mrs. Biba. Ti hon mi gina okakra shiki kakra afi mi hwe na na ye mebra we ye friend Gideon wono na ba mane ode babo ya ne se prenet toy no akohu si jade mo ma sabi wo mo nyina hye tinko ba fi baba mane nti wo hu ye de aye me enko na ye enko hwe na ekire ne yemfa mane e mobo o man ampa yitu ana moko ne ye kokora na ni hu kwan enam se ho kwan bia na ba bia nti awurawura ma anaja yekoto se adene da ho na ahye kura ahye tie no achi ana yeti dede se mo hino chese ye ne koye ne de brabo ani de da na ne ye ne wura mo se memamro nti nkesi se wo mo fie na mo hu se prenati ato na mo nso e pekwan a mo de beba ho nti ye ne dalete wo mo se wo mo mra ti bra ba ko ye friend ba wo mia ono no odi nka ba ho me nkura fon Gideon na me kana se mo nso nkura fon tiba o miano ne krafo to oba ya na ka kire nse de ehie ni to o momodin anu mfra samne man na onfanto ne nim se de ehie ni na ye ne de ye wa hanti asamne ma akora bre frɛ no nso nim kwan tie eni ane dalete na de ye ni kire na na oba ye tie bra oba ye no na me firi ho afi ne dom no kuromu ni nyina agitwi o mu nyina ekofolesi ho o mu nyina ekofolesi ndi me ba ye no na dom atwahia bra me ba kora me hia police for ni soja for bibri dom ana me bank me ba ya no ba twi me gina dwom ha se de me hu ye me meka no kwase me de me hu ye no so meka e wa dom tv so
e de na hu ye
de me hu ya se pre no ye koy na na hye pre ni body ne da ho ni nyina da fo ma ahye na ade ba ko a me ye nhwehwe mu a me hu ye se pre ni bodua mu osoro pa soro bodua mu na te batofo ha timbu sha me anade ete no ba ye koy de no mu nyina ahye ba body ba ko pe na me hu se no da ho a sebe ne fo mu nyina ahye no ahye ma anaka ne kokoso ene ne nsa ne ko ne niti wona na do ba jare de ne numu ne fa ya sa akosoro tututututututu
na sa same way sikaman for na 1 week na mu ye den
na me de me wo fie de me tie ane se fidie yi bonnwom na aja me ba ye me ba ba hade kra me ba ya mo so modia ehia me ase me meka de me so mi hu
na esi ebe mamu support bi bra mantimi onko ifom ne biom ebia ebremu mmwa bi musaka
o mpacho me ade me nsanka bibia ana me so kroma nso me ntise bibia fra ban ma base ye nyai me nsanka bibia na me ade free ukuada na asem ne hia bepem ne uku ye na otwi me nkofu fishe ade ne me hu ya na bo me pusha ntimi nkofu ma bepem ne dua me ne mu gina ha me ne mu di nko me nko ba bia ifie nko na me sori amewo na busha me kakra metimi aka no.
So that's also one of the farmers. So he has been narrating the incidents that there were he was one of the peoples who went there to see what has happened at the initial stages when the incident happened. And he is a farmer himself. So since the day when the incident happened, following what he saw, he has not been able to put himself together. He has been so sad about the incident, and that incident has really brought him down. So he has not been able to go to the farm, but he also heard that there was going to be some support from the authorities for the farmers who have been affected by this restriction, and he has not been able to get any support from any quarters, though he's hoping that the support that has been promised will come true. And he's joining also residents here to mourn the incident a week after the incident. So when you come to the Sikaman community, you see them standing in small groups. So you see there the community members standing in small groups discussing about the incident that has happened a week ago. So trying to reflect on what has been done, trying to at least recall what they saw that day, trying to also talk about what is happening and what form of support they are still going to give to the investigative teams that are coming. So we have also been told that most of the areas have been accessed in terms of the forest area, and the investigative teams that have come, they have been able to pick some vitals that will aid them in their investigations. They have also been able to mark some areas to assist other investigators. We are told some international investigators will be coming in to also be able to easily trace some of these items they are looking for.
Hafiz.
But when you come to the community, they are ready. Yes.
Yeah, Hafiz. I just wanted to know, have you spoken to any of the military personnel or investigators to know how long this investigation is going to take?
Well, for that, they can't say. They say the investigations are in batches. Just that you know how sometimes these personnel communicate. They will not be able to disclose some of the information if they don't have the opportunity or maybe the authorization to speak to the media. But what we're picking up is that the investigation will continue as long as they have something there to get more information on this incident. So they will be able to conclude the investigation, but there have not been any definite timeline as to when the investigations are going to complete. But when it comes to the community, they say they are ready to offer any form of support to the military and other investigative teams who are still coming into this community to conduct their investigations on this matter.
All right, so talking about support, we understand there are farmers who have actually been banned or stopped from going to their farms because those areas are part of, where the tragedy happened. So what is going to be done for the farmers? This is their source of livelihood. This is their source of feeding. What happens to them?
Yeah, so within the week, we spoke to the DCE. He told us that he has deployed some NADMO officials to come into the community and compile the list. So most of the farmers, they have their farms close to the community. Others also have their farms close to where the incident happened. So it's not all the farmers that have been affected. So the restriction mostly was on the farmers who have their farmers very close to the area, so that they don't go there and maybe something will prompt them to go to the site.
Yeah.
These were the farmers that were being restricted. But because the head of support, other farmers were coming in to write their names with the NADMO officials. So the assembly now wants to do further verification of the right farmers who are supposed to get this support, so that they don't end up giving the support to all the farmers or farmers who are not directly affected by some of the restrictions. So the NADMO are still, the NADMO officials are still compiling the list, and the assembly also is going ahead to verify the list so they can submit to the regional coordinating council, who of course will come in with whatever support the farmers will get. But as it stands now, none of the farmers has been able to get any support I've just spoken to them, and they say they have not had any support from any quarters yet.
Hafiz, are the farmers aware or the residents aware of any visit from any state official today or any government official, looking at the fact that today is 1 week after the incident happened?
Well, so the farmers were told that the district chief executive for the area, the Adansia Krofum district, will be here. The member of parliament for this area will also be here. So they will also come and console with the people about what has happened, what they've seen, and also to give them assurance from the government of what the government is doing in terms of like the support we spoke about, and also to tell them about how they can continue giving out relevant and very, very important information to the investigative teams that will come, and the kind of support they can offer to the investigative teams that will be coming around. And the announcement that was made about people who have gone to the site when the incident happened, the people in the community were the first to get to the site, so they have picked some vital elements that will assist in investigation. So the coming in of the DC will also reinforce the announcement and the appeal to the community. We know that the Ashanti Regional Minister also issued a statement telling the community members, appealing to them to at least come forward with whatever they have, trying to persuade them to come forward with whatever they have. So people who are even afraid to give some of these items to the military, they give it to the assembly member who confirmed that, then he hands over to the military, because most of them were afraid that if they give it to the military directly, they will be questioned, and sometimes they are afraid to even engage directly with the military. So because the assembly member is one of their own, they hand over these items to him, then he also hands over to the military team that are here. So Philip, if we have time, I just want to engage with one of the opinion leaders
30
in this
seconds.
area.
Yes, 30 seconds on
tell
that.
us what they are doing. Yes, what they are doing today. I'll pay you my about the batch and I want TV. So next come mine, and then I'm 1 week after when you see it.
Before 1 week in Naples, you goose. You goose are connected na sebe atonche me ba na ka ho atoye kakra nti ye share say be goose anana ye pani ba ku free skama ba say ye regent say ma ye ye nyai ana say ye de sorry ya muso made abe
na say amunya biom
oh isa ye guso a ye be ye ndi enim say be ye panifo no ye busa ye kra no regent na wo kono ka say me ye nye sade no ye busa we poso afra na busa no wo say my be friend na napom ono na kache se me nti nya regent na pa na ka se me nti ibusabusam ne ehu se no krada didi ebe.
Okay,
have it well noted.
That's
noted,
it. Opinion. So that's one of the opinion leaders in this community who is speaking about some form of traditional rites they want to perform as in the 1 week of or after the incident.
Thank you so much for your time, and keep monitoring events for us in that community where the tragic incident happened last Wednesday. That's Hafiz Tijani for you, Ashanti Regional Correspondent, bringing us up to speed what is being done in the community. That's the Sikaman Akrofrom, where that incident happened last Thursday, last Wednesday, a very sad incident there. Chris, we are moving away from this, and we would have to announce to our viewers the top 10.
Yes.
Individuals that are making it to the next level of the literacy challenge. I can't wait to see them on Saturday.
I'm excited for them.
Because the 10,000 Ghana cedis, I would have to take my share. But we are bringing in the evergreen.
Yes, the beautiful.
Class teacher.
Class teacher.
Who walks without her kid.
Oh, God. If you see her already, you will know you have to straighten up, you know? Why? Because you do not need any cane.
Why are you people like this?
For stubborn kids like us.
Why are you people like this?
Abioko will not bring the cane, but she will make sure that you will be well disciplined. Anyway,
Right.
so Abioko is in studio, head of programs productions, to help us know the people that have made it to the next level, that is just top 10, from which schools, and also how the exams or the next phase will be on this contest. Are they actually going to receive the money the day of winning? And I need my share.
You're really interested in this money.
This money.
Yes.
Why do you have skin in the game?
Anyway, Apioko, announce. We don't have much time, so you just do the announcement.
Good
We'll follow up with other
Good
things.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So just to recap very briefly, very quickly, we have been doing the literacy challenge. A few weeks ago, we opened a call, asked for essays. Those essays came in the thousands, and then we, through the help of our examiners, our external examiners, whittled the numbers down to 50. So the top 50 for the Literacy Challenge 2025, just this past Saturday, sat for an aptitude test at the British Council. And based on that, we have our top 10 going into the grand finale. So I'm going to announce the top 10 in no particular order. They all made it to the top 10. So number 1 on our list, Precious Wiafi of the Glorious Child School Limited in the Greater Accra region.
Congratulations, Precious.
Eduji Kofi Yebo, Covenant Presby School, Jorolu, Greater Accra region, and that's the school of the reigning champion. Ama Santoa Atta Duncan, Bishop Bauer School, Latabio Koshi, Greater Accra region.
Congratulations.
Adongo Naftali Atinga, Abe Halperin School Limited, Tamale, Northern region.
Beautiful.
Ekia and Chua Kwating, Christ the King International School, Cantonments, Greater Accra region. Hubert Asiedu Lutrot, Wellspring School, Ablekuma, Greater Accra region. Aviel Velda Bire, also from Covenant Presby School, School of the Reigning Champion in the Greater Accra region. Lillian Nakisha Mwaku, Silicon Valley International School of Vancouver, Greater Accra region. And Nakisha, this is the second time she's making it to the top 10.
So
Yet last year she did.
If you try and you don't succeed,
Try again. Absolutely. And she's gone through the whole process, and here we are once again. So special congratulations to Lillian Nakisha Mwako. Karen Amai Suman from the Jira International School, Ashaman, Greater Accra region. And we've had a winner from there before as well. And last but definitely not the least on this list, Richard Akrofi Majete, Southbridge Montessori School, also in the Greater Accra region.
Beautiful. That's interesting. So now that we know the next, the 10 for the next phase, what should we expect? How should we be preparing?
So the grand finale is this Saturday.
Finale,
We would have done it this Friday, the 15th, but of course, we're still in a state of national mourning. State funeral, we all know, will be on Friday. And so we've moved it to the 16th, this Saturday. We'll be doing it in Accra, the Visa Hotel. Now, what happens in the grand finale is that you have a live quiz, and it's going to be telecast. So the top 10 come through. They're given general knowledge questions. They're thrown at them. Sometimes there's writing, sometimes there's a practical in there, but it's general knowledge. From language to literature to scientific concepts to mathematical concepts, social studies and current affairs. It's a mixed bag of things. They have to answer these questions, and then we'll see who makes it to the top spot to win 10,000 Ghana cedis. Your favorite, Philip.
And the
trophy.
bragging rights.
And the bragging rights. And a trophy as
big
well.
Trophy.
You know, so that they can carry it around and, you know.
It's actually a very nice celebration. Have you ever been?
I've watched.
Chris has emceed it twice now.
No, once.
Once last year. And so this Saturday we need you.
We need you.
I was expecting that already.
If you don't take care, I'll make you the quiz mistress.
Exactly.
But it's actually very breathtaking, especially when you are announcing the winner. You could feel the tension, you could feel the anxiety, and when the winner is announced, the joy is contagious.
Yes, because the parents are there, the teachers who would have been helping them to prepare towards the entire competition.
It's a burst of emotion.
And their colleagues. You know, it is a wonderful experience here, right, Chris? You described it so beautifully.
I love it so much. Yeah.
Yes, and I would like to thank our sponsors because look, putting this thing together, oh my goodness. You can imagine.
Especially in a short time.
Yes.
This time
yes,
around it was
we
short,
have condensed it. But then even the 10,000 Ghana cedis, I mean, if we're going to take it from Channel 1 and Citico, that's somebody's salary who sacrificed that. So our sponsors make it possible. And they throw their weight behind us. And this year we've had Belmu. They were there on Saturday. We had lots of Belmu, strawberry, chocolate, banana. Like then I left and I felt like a very beautiful cow.
Because you had so much milk.
So much milk, so much Belmu. And they brought some other drinks as well for us to sample. It was fun. And then we also have GB Assessment. And they are doing something very interesting. They're giving the top 3, in fact, all top 10, but the top 3 have special packages, access to the assessment platforms, where there are questions that they can try their hands on, practice, all sorts of different learning material for the digital age.
That's good.
It is really good. So we're very grateful to our sponsors for the support.
But now that we are preparing for this Saturday and it will be done at Lisa hotels, the children will be coming from their various homes, right?
Yes,
so
yes,
you know
they
what
will.
To parents, how the time they should
be
be there and all that, so someone wouldn't be in traffic asking that.
Of course, we got this list was compiled, and in the background, the team has been reaching out to everybody individually. I mean, you can't, for something this big, you can't just hope on the chance that they'll watch it or hear it, right? We're letting the world know, but we've also done due diligence and reached out to people individually. So they do know the time the contestants are supposed to be there. The schools know how many representatives can come if they choose to rally. Because, you know, a lot of the schools are on vacation. Remember, that's one of the reasons we're doing it around this time. So our parents could be more involved, the students could be more relaxed, and then get in mind and tune for the competition. So the schools have been contacted. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do. Everybody is aware.
Beautiful. So be watching out for that on Saturday. Make sure that you stay glued to Channel 1 TV exactly 1 p.m. Please do not miss out because it's very important. The bragging rights, which school will be winning and all that. We've told you the 10. That is level 1, then level 2, and this is level 3. Apioko, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Teacher who doesn't hold the cane. Anyway, Chris Carter had conversations with church members or elders of Ethereal Mission. They are celebrating 50 years. Let's bring you that conversation Chris had with them. Enjoy.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily, and right now we're about to have an interesting conversation, and this conversation will interest you definitely. That's why I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Because in the house with me is Reverend Josephine Kafui Thete, who's the leader of the Ethereal Mission International, and Brother Questus Kwate, who's the General Secretary of the Ethereal Mission International. And we're about to be discussing the Ethereal Mission 50th anniversary. Yes, I also asked the question, Ethereal Mission. Who are they? What are they about? And that's why I said this is really going to interest you. So sit back and enjoy. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Doing amazing today.
All right. Reverend Josephine, I'm going to start with you. Ethereal Mission. First of all, tell us what this is all about.
Ethereal Mission is a center for spiritual empowerment and life mastery. You would ask why I say it's a center. It's a place where we embrace all walks of human endeavors. It's not limited to Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Africans. It's a common ground where we embrace all people, irrespective of their race, their creed, or culture. And we help to understand our spirituality and ourselves, our divine incarnation here as people. Yes.
Yeah, and how is it actually receiving people from different walks of life, different religious backgrounds and all of that?
So when you come into the space, it's like going to school. In the classroom, it's open to everybody. So in that center, Ethereal Mission, it's open.
Right.
Everybody feels welcome because we have, even in the temple,
Right.
the various religious logos or emblems that represent Christianity,
Yeah.
that represent Muslims, that
Yeah.
represent Hindu, that represents the African gene. I mean, all of these symbols are there. So when you get into the space, you can affiliate with it and find yourself resonating
Right.
with the space.
So it's more about connecting yourself to the spiritual, or connecting yourself to God,
Exactly.
or if whatever you call God.
God is one.
Yeah.
We don't have a Muslim God. We don't have an African God. We don't have a Christian God, a Hindu God. There's only one God. And so all of these various religions pray to that same one God. And so in this space, we've made it quite easy, flexible, and relatable, such that when you come, you can feel yourself welcome and at home
Right,
to worship
right.
and activate your connection with your spirit.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's no, let's say, discrimination. You're not going to feel discriminated. You're not going to feel different, because everybody is there for one goal. But now, Brother Custis, now I actually asked her off camera, which I'm going to ask you right now. Is there a headquarter of the Ethereal Mission? And if yes, where is the headquarter, and where did it all start?
Thank you. I would say the headquarters is in Accra, in Ghana, and it started in Ghana. It is an indigenous Ghanaian church founded by leader Brother Ishmael Tete in 1975.
Right.
So this year marks our 50th anniversary, and we are here talking about Ethereal Mission, celebrating our 50th anniversary. So it is a church that was started here. We call it a center now because we embrace all people from all walks of life.
right.
So it was started here. And we should know that something good can also start from Africa.
Right.
Something good can also start from Ghana. So this is a Ghanaian brand. Thank you.
All right, so the English word ethereal actually means heaven.
Yeah.
Why is this church named after heaven?
So, Ethereal Mission, the center that brings heaven right here on earth.
Okay.
Most churches or centers have made people to think that there is a heaven up somewhere beyond the sky. And when you live per how you live, you either go to hell or you go to heaven. And almost everybody wants to go to heaven.
Yeah.
And so, Ethereal Mission, why would you want to wait, die before experiencing heaven? So here in Ethereal Mission, we teach you what to do, how to live, such that you experience heaven right here on earth.
Wow.
Thus the name Ethereal Mission, bringing heaven right here on earth.
Right, and one thing I also read about you is that it's the road to the activation of creative abilities. What does
Yes.
that mean? Do you open our eyes to be more creative? What exactly is that?
Can I come in here?
Yes, you can.
Yes, so let us know that we as beings, let us be conscious that because scripture tells us that we are made in the image and likeness of God. So when we say we are made in the image and likeness of God, what image of God are you? What image of God? Have you paused to ask this question, that what image of God am I here to be? What image of God am I here to exhibit? If I'm God, how do I reflect the image of God that I am? So that is what we are telling people, to recognize who they are as spiritual beings made in the image and likeness of God. So what kind of spirit are you? What reflection of this image are you? We all have different skills, we all have different talents, and we all come out with these skills and talents.
Right.
So through the expression of these abilities, you become creative because it's the nature of God to be creative.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why Ethereal Mission talks about tapping into our potential. As spirit beings, we are loaded and coded with the image of goodness.
Right.
And that is why we are here to express this.
All right. So how many branches do we have now?
Currently in Ghana, we have a branch in Takrady, we have a branch in Kumasi, we have another headquarters in Accra. So currently we have 3 branches in Accra.
All right. Okay. That's nice. That's nice.
But we have a branch in Malawi and we have a branch in the US. And the Malawi branch is interesting for you to know that a Malawian saw an article written in an American magazine by, talking about our founder. And he read the article, followed up to Ghana to come and look for this man. And from there, he started learning, he was trained, and he opened the Malawi branch.
Oh, wow.
He's a professor in one of the Malawian universities.
Wow, wow, that's interesting. So let's talk about the 50th anniversary celebration. What do you have in line for us, or for anybody who wants to attend?
So for this 50th anniversary, we have the theme, Conscious Living, Conscious Evolution, the new you in the new era. And we're looking at helping humanity awaken to who they truly are, consciously live as the God beings here. And when this is, they would begin to live the new them, the awakened spiritual beings here on earth. We have, we started, it's a year-long program from the beginning of the year. We've done several programs in the month of February. January was the launch. February, we did relationship, how to live and relate with yourself and your environment. In March was independence, how we would claim our independence as Ghanaians because we originated from here. In April and May, we did interfaith, harmonious interfaith collaboration. So we had people from all the various religions come to our podium and teach us the essence of their religion. It was an amazing experience to have different faiths come to our podium and teach the world. And here we are in this month, August. We started with a float where we broadcasted our concepts, our ideologies, our objectives, beliefs to our community. We also had the story time going back memory lane where it all began 1975, 50 years ago. It was a beautiful experience. If you go to our website, you see how the story began. And we also just yesterday, Sunday, was a cultural day. A beautiful array of culture, who we are as Ghanaians. Come and see the royals, the Nime, the Name, our food, our heritage. We had University School of Performing Arts from University of Legon to come and teach us our indigenous culture, the history, mixed with dance, movement, drumming, and food. A great celebration we had yesterday.
I wish I was there.
Every Wednesday, we have crystal service, a service where we help people to crystallize their desires, their thoughts, their emotions, so that it becomes real. So it's not just in the air. Okay, so for this particular day, we're having children heal, lay hands on you, heal you from all walks of your life issues. Whatever it is, bring it. And children are going to heal you. Yes.
Why children?
Yeah, there's a program that we teach, and it's called the Healing Hand Technology. In the Healing Hand Technology, we teach you how to heal, and we heal through our hands. And everybody who comes to this program are healers. And then we want the children to step in today and do the healing.
So do you choose, like, when people come for this program, do you actually single out to say, I see you as a healer, so you fit it, or people have to learn it?
They learn.
Or you have the natural ability of knowing who is a healer or not? That's what I mean.
No. You go through the program, and through the program, you become a healer.
Interesting.
You know, I mean, everybody's a healer.
So it's a special crystal hour. Yeah, a moment of healing. But where is all this happening? I mean, we're talking about this program, but where is the Ethereal mission at?
It's in Sakaman, Odoko, on the General Ankara Highway, very close to there's a filling station. We share a wall with the filling station. From the traffic light, just 100 meters, you make it on the General Ankara Highway.
Right.
And it's there.
Wow, interesting. And on Sunday we have Remembrance Day. Yeah.
Sunday is the climax of the whole anniversary. That is the Remembrance Day. We are remembering our origin, where we have come from, our ancestors, their fathers, their mothers, their fathers and their mothers, all the way to our origin, God. So we are going to connect deep into our source and declare what must be. It's a power-packed day.
And next week, Sunday, we have Sacred Baptism, a moment to rebaptize ourselves in our spiritual identity. Okay, and next 2 weeks, that's the 31st, we have the healing service.
Maybe on the Remembrance Day, we have a spiritual giant from the United States, known as Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith of Agape International Spiritual Living Center. Here with us in Ghana. He flew all the way to come and share his wisdom, his knowledge, his power to elevate us into the realization of our true identities. So we have him, and on the healing day, we have Reverend Dr. Samuel Sasu of Center for Spiritual Awareness, also featuring on today, that is today, this evening. And so, yes, these are some of our speakers coming on board.
Wow. Well,
can I touch a bit on our team?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, our team is conscious living, conscious evolution, a new you in a new era. Now, when we talk about conscious living, we want to bring to the awareness of everyone that, are you living? Or are you dead? Some people are living, but they are dead. When I say they are dead, they are not conscious of what they are. When they say you need to be conscious of what constitutes who you are. In your mind, in your emotions, and in your senses, who are you?
Being self-aware.
Being self-aware. So that is conscious living. The more you become conscious of who and what you are, the more you reflect more of the image of God that you are. So that is conscious living. And we say conscious evolution. Life is about evolution. You must grow. You must evolve. So what are you evolving from where to where?
From where to where?
Where are you evolving to? And you must assess yourself as an individual. Constantly, every time, ask yourself, am I growing? Am I evolving? What image of God is evolving as me? Am I a blessing? Am I a gatherer? Am I an initiator? These are what we look out for when we say you are evolving. And then in this new era, when you have evolved, you become a change agent wherever you find yourself. In your family, in your community, in Ghana, in the world at large. You want to raise conscious beings who have taken up the mantle to become aware of what is going on and play a role in the development of our nation, where we find ourselves.
Wow, that's very interesting. I think I like the theme because we've been talking about self-awareness for too long right now, and people leading intentionally, and I think this goes with it. So well done, well done. All right, Josephine, before I let you go, any final words to the public?
We're here to let you know that we have been, and we're opening our arms to receive all, to come and participate with us, come and celebrate with us, come and be awakened and identify your true selves. And let's live as the agents, the daughters and sons of our ultimate creator, God.
Right.
Because we are the heirs to that kingdom.
All right.
Yeah.
Broadcasters, anyone?
Yes, I would emphasize on spirituality. And spirituality goes beyond religion.
Yeah.
And let us look at ourselves as spiritual beings and seek that what is it that would make us evolve as conscious beings. So it is important for us to know that this whole idea of people running away from something that harms us, there's a devil somewhere that has been created, there's fear and panic, and it's embedded in religion, and it's making people to run to places for prayers and for support. Now know ye not that ye are the temples of the living God, and the Spirit of God dwells in you. Jesus said, know ye that ye are gods. So let us rise up and take absolute control of who and what we are, and take charge of whatever circumstances we find ourselves and be responsible.
Right.
That is what we are doing. And so we are anchoring God on earth.
All right.
Through us, it makes it possible this time.
Thank you. Thank you.
you.
I really had a great conversation, and I hope you also had a great conversation. I told you this was going to be different, and definitely it was different. So it's been all about the Ethereal Mission 50th anniversary. If you have time, if you're interested, I think you should pass by, go check them out. And also, we've been speaking to Reverend Josephine Kafui Tete, who's the leader of the Ethereal Mission International, and also Brother Kestas Kwate, who's the General Secretary of the Ethereal Mission International. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be back with more. Welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily. That was a very interesting conversation I had with the Ethereal Mission. And it's all about their 50th anniversary that has already started. Like I said, you can check them out if you haven't checked them out yet and if you're interested in what we just spoke about. But right now, we're about to speak about something very interesting, something that gets everyone excited, especially when it comes to products, businesses, and homegrown innovations coming out from Ghana. It's about the This Is Ghana exhibition happening in September. And joining us is Magdalene Williams, who is a comms personnel here in Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Chris.
How are you?
Hello. Hello. I've missed this set. I've not been here in a while.
Yeah, you've not been here in a very long time.
In a bit.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Well, good. And you?
Well, we are holding up easy, small.
So how are the preparations going?
So far, it's been amazing. It's been good. We get a lot of calls each day, you know, people wanting to come back. I mean, people who have been before wanted to come, and new people now hearing about it, wanting to come on board and all of that. So it's been, the reception has been very good so far. Very good. Yes.
And are people making the payments?
Oh, yes.
Because it's just next month.
Yes.
It's just next month.
Yes, we shouldn't let September look like it's far away from now.
Listen, people have already started making payments.
Oh.
It's really impressive. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Because they remember. They remember what happened even during Agri Fair. They remember what happened for Back to Your Village Food. They remember what happened for Heritage Caravans. So people are now very, very serious about payments.
Careful about it.
Because we always tell them that is the only way you're securing your spot at the event. Yeah, they've started paying.
Okay, now this time around, we've taken it to a Sutherland's Children's Park.
Yes.
How are preparations going for that? Because obviously that's a bigger space.
But before that, I even want to ask the reason why we moved it from AMA Forecourt to
Yeah. Well, we are expanding.
Yeah.
You know, our numbers of exhibitors are increasing by the year. And so we thought that after doing Agri Fair at the IFA Sutherland, it opened our eyes to the wideness of the space, to the convenience of the space and everything, because it's right in the center of Accra, you know. Very close to the British Council, close to National Theatre. It's in the middle. So once you talk about going to the IFA Sutherland Children's Park, even a child can take you there. So it's a good spot for us. Also, parking was very good. we had a lot of parking space as well during the agri fair. And you know the numbers that come for This Is Ghana, equally the same or even more. So it's a very good spot for us this year. And I think I commend management for moving us from AMA to...
So that means AMA was quite small for us.
It was. We've outgrown the space. Our numbers keep increasing by the year because of the good impact that we are making on Ghanaian brands right there. Yes.
Beautiful. So what kind of businesses have signed up? What kind of innovations?
A lot. We have car assembling companies, we have hospitality services, we have educational institutions, we have packaging companies, we have clothing and textiles, we have so many homegrown businesses, a lot of it. We are telling you that once you are a made in Ghana business owner, no matter the sector, it could be manufacturing, it could be packaging, it could be food, it could be health, it could be hospitality, whatever it is that you are doing, that you believe in your heart and in your soul and in your profession that it is right here, made in Ghana, originated from here, is being done here, is being manufactured, is being produced here. This is the only platform for you. That's the This Is Ghana exhibition. Because we understand the system. We understand that you are picking raw materials and adding value to it. So come, we are exposing you to other corporate financial institutions. Who knows? You can get your next investment from one of these companies coming on board. So come with the mindset that, listen, I'm coming to exhibit my product, I'm coming to sell, as well as make new contacts for my business to grow from 0 to 100.
So it's a 360 benefit.
It's a 360 benefit.
And I believe in the networking as well. I believe in the networking because sometimes you've been looking for this particular firm to deal with for a very long time. But it just comes to one center and you just get to see the person. You build contacts and that is it.
The deal is sealed. And it happens a lot at Channel 1 and City event. A lot. Because you might be chasing let's say the CEO of Exim Bank. He's a family member. He's always there at our event. When you come, you definitely meet him. And at that grounds, he's not, yes, he is the CEO, but he has come very low to interact with everybody there. So it's a good platform to speak to him.
You get to even broker deals at informal places.
It happens all the time. Tell it, boss, who have been calling, I've been coming there, but they say you are busy. Oh, really? Give me your number.
And let's talk.
And make sure you're coming with your business card. Always make sure you are coming because you never know. You can never tell.
Very true.
You can never tell, basically.
I'm excited about it already.
I am.
And it's just I think it's just in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 6th and 7th September.
Just in 3 weeks.
Truth is in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Hey, it's come so fast.
So fast.
It's come I was even thinking it's like a month away, but actually it's in 3 weeks. So listen, if you are watching us or you are hearing us, like I said earlier on, this is the only platform that projects made in Ghana brand. Hospitality, education, manufacturing, clothing. And listen, we are doing so much in our clothing and textiles industry in Ghana. Why not show it to the world? Let's package it properly. From the north, we have shea butter, we have cotton, we have so much there. And there are people who are sitting in their homes in smaller, businesses, refining all these raw materials into beautiful stuff, scented shea butter, and packaged cashew nuts and all of that. Why don't you bring these products, these services to the This Is Ghana exhibition? Exhibit. You also get the chance to sell. You get the chance to meet different people from all walks of life.
Very true.
Why do you want to miss this opportunity?
Very important.
And our prices are also very, very affordable for the kind of impact that you're going to get on your brand. Trust me. The kind of things people are doing elsewhere and the kinds of charges they have. When you listen to when you hear some of them, you're like, what kind of exposure are they? But we are opening you up to our TV people, to our radio listeners, to our online. And we are talking online. When you go on Channel 1 YouTube, listen, It's 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's
you are
always there.
watching it from every part of the world.
Yeah.
Your brand is going to be on TV. We are going to talk about it. Whatever we record, we are going to play it back. Whatever time we play it back, it's enough visibility for you.
Yeah.
You get people calling us to say, "Oh, I saw this brand that this is Ghana. Can I have their
yes,
contact?"
yes,
It happens
yes.
all the time.
It happens all the time.
All the time. So please, do not let this opportunity pass you by.
Yeah.
When we started the year, we started talking about it. We started with Heritage Caravan. You sat there. You didn't come. We continue with Back to Your Village. You still sat there.
You
didn't show up. We continue to talk about the Agri Fair.
Yeah.
You sat there. You didn't come. We are talking again about the This is Ghana exhibition. Listen, if you know what is good for you,
need to
call
come.
us now, 0205 973 973. Speak to Nima to take you through the registration process, but listen. Let's advise you. It is only and only your payment that guarantees your slot at the exhibition. So you register good, but please make sure you follow it up with your payments as soon as you can. We don't have a deadline for payment, but we always tell people that once we get the numbers we're looking for, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
And entry is free.
And entry is absolutely free. All you need is a loaded pocket, like we always say. Bring a lot of money to come and buy. Because there'll be so many things to buy. Whether it's jewelry, whether it's artifacts, clothing, packaging things. Maybe you started a business, food business, whatever it is. You need some very, portable packaging stuff. You get them all the time. They are there, financial institutions, assembling plant companies, so many CSIR, all the research, everything. So come to This is Ghana. Don't let us talk too much. Come.
So the number is there, 0205 973 973. Make sure that you call that number now and get the needed information. What other sponsors you want to acknowledge?
We have
as
a
sponsors
lot
for
of
us?
sponsors. So we have MTN, thank you very much.
Beautiful.
We have EcoBank. We have Side Hustle by the EK Brand Consult. We also have Builds Financial Technologies. And finally, we have Twelium Ghana holding us down for the This is Ghana exhibition 2025.
Beautiful. So you have no option than to be part of it, I think. And I always say that the way we've been preaching this, if you do not take it up now and it gets to the last minute, you would find yourself wanting, like the way we're preaching Agri Fair, and eventually people didn't really show much interest. But last minute, we started seeing people, and they were even demanding for another extra day out of for 4 days.
So please come.
You see how we can deal with that.
All packaged products, everything.
Magdalene, thank you.
Thank you so much, Magdalene.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, this conversation is actually a very important conversation. It was important that we also had this conversation, so you would not say we didn't tell you. We've been warning you. We've been warning
Tell
you.
them,
If you have a business, this is the best platform for you to actually exhibit, and then because you're not just only showing what you do or what you have as a product to Ghana, but it's going beyond Ghana because you never know who's watching. And like Magdalene said, a lot of people actually call. People call always to say, look, I saw this business on screen. Who are they? Can you give me their number? Like, it happens so many times. So if you know you're a business, it doesn't cost that much to have such a great platform and all the benefits of marketing, because you're not only marketing on
and football collide in the hearts of Accra. Get ready for the 2025 Best Manchester Homo Peace Charity Cup live at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's defending champions Accra Hearts of Oak against the fearless challengers Thunder Hearts of Lion.